potatoes.
We're live.
Tomato.
Maybe.
Hey guys, I learned an interesting thing. If you
What?
say "miff" real fast, it goes "miff, miff, 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 miff." Kind of sounds like a
Yes,
little
that's what
little...
saying "miff" real fast is.
Yeah, but it also sounds like a little dog barking if you do. "Miff, miff, 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 miff."
Jesus, Ashley
What I
said,
really
love about
say
this is
something
that-
dumb, and I thought I was gonna take it, but Ava,
Yeah. Hold my
God
beer.
damn.
So you know how today we're exploring a character relationship that's taken a long time to get nowhere?
What?
feel
Oh,
like-
are we? What?
I feel like
Maybe.
Ava and I are just like, no, we just went, yeah, we're both nuts.
We're just gonna bark at each other. It's fine.
Neither of us have got our shit together. Nailed
you
it.
So
know-
Let's go.
hi, welcome to Water
yeah,
Under
also.
the Bridge. We're gonna play Pathfinder 2nd Edition, but we're gonna play old censored adventure modules converted into this. Should I have gone redacted?
I mean, yeah, sure.
Okay, we'll say advanced, redacted, and redacted.
Definitely
just
gonna
say-
put a bleep over this in the.
Oh my God, thank you.
Desert Adventure.
I love it. I love it. We're playing
Oscar,
modules.
I feel like we need another
from-
take though.
No.
Redacted?
It would just be
It's fine.
Redacted.
insert
it's
bleep
kids.
here.
Dick. Dead.
This is where our tech department, Ashlo, is just
Hello.
going to work their audio magic.
Make a
And
rainbow.
cut this
To make it
entire
happen.
section.
But we're playing modules from that old and forbidden game system, converted to Pathfinder 2nd Edition and set in the homebrew world of Enderan. Now, if you've got anything left after that intro, go ahead and banter a little.
Miff, 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 miff. I'm just
Jesus
kidding.
Christ.
I feel like
Sorry,
you
that's-
could say any name in that tone and speed, and it would be some sort of animal.
No,
Matthew.
next.
Ooh,
Matthew,
I can tell you guys a funny thing.
Yes,
Sounds like
please.
Pokemon.
Today, I was at LARP and I was paid a silver coin to be a security guard for an exam that was taking place in a tent. And myself and another person guarded the door, and then we heard the chant "Angry Mob, Angry Mob," and it came into the camp. They were very angry. Things had been stolen from another camp, but we were like, "Guys, exam conditions." So a quiet mob, quiet mob,
Remember
quiet
the
mob.
good old days of rabble, rabble, rabble.
No, angry
Is that
mobs.
just
We had
is that
it
gone
was
now?
angry mob. Then someone said, "Don't step on the grass." So it was angry mob, don't step on the grass, don't step on the grass, don't step on... angry mob, angry
LARPers
mob.
are just
quiet
another breed
mob.
of wit, and I love it so much.
Oh yeah.
It's more
I
of
also
an
solved the
organized
thing
mob.
and then made other people very
Yep.
grumpy.
It only in my experience for a group of LARPers, it only takes one person to shift the course of the entire group's mob. So love that.
That's the mob manipulator skill.
That's yeah. What do they call that? The demagogue.
You know, I feel like Nexer has that feat. It's included in the I know the manager.
Now, do you mean
Are you
Nexer or
calling us a
Marco?
mob?
Both. Why not both?
Yeah.
I feel like Nexa has that.
Okay, you know,
Nexa
you got me
rocked
there.
up and
I think
Well,
Nexer
Valkyrie
might
did
have
do shit.
higher charisma than Marco, to be honest.
Oh my.
Ooh.
yeah.
Well, I
Stop
needed him to
flirting,
survive
you.
in the dungeons as well, not just in the camp.
Nexer's that guy who, like, I would be trying to kill off his character, and then suddenly there's a plate of spaghetti on a fishing line dangling in front of me, like, Askell, don't you want the spaghetti? Are you sure you
Just-
don't want the spaghetti?
Okay.
Meanwhile, a red
And then
onion
suddenly,
just over
oh
the
wow,
delete
that
key.
nat 1 was only a 4, it turns out, not a 1. Weird how that happened.
Yeah, but here's the important question. In question for Nexer. Sorry, English grammar dyslexic. Moving on. What kind of spaghetti would you do?
Yeah, that's right. What kind of spaghetti would you bribe
Carbonara.
me with?
Good choice. I like
I'll
carbonara.
like
secretly
you missed
help
it.
you. I know exactly what he likes.
Interesting.
Carbonara.
You want to know?
But what
So if
you
you
do-
died, you want to know what I would do with a plate of carbonara?
Sure.
Spit on it.
Disintegrate your body so you can't be resurrected.
Really? Wow. Okay.
Oh,
like
in that
I-
case, Nexa.
The joy of
carbonara,
spaghetti.
But finely cut red onion in it.
The joy of that's punishment. The joy of spaghetti, for me, is in the sauce and the garlic bread that you dip into it. That's
Does carbonara not have sauce? Honestly,
So-
that's the only one
no,
I
carbonara
know.
is not overly saucy.
So what?
Okay.
It's
No
not
idea.
that you like spaghetti particularly. You just like an excuse to eat garlic bread.
You're
The
goddamn
ketchup and
right.
garlic bread.
You're
You
goddamn
just want some
right.
carbs with your carbs.
Yeah, you get it. There you go.
With garlic, can't forget
With,
that.
well, right, yeah. I mean,
I
are you
mean,
gonna sit here
I
and tell
would-
me that garlic bread is not the best part of life?
Me too.
I mean, I
don't
had some
No.
garlic bread today, so like,
I will
Doom.
deny
I love
all
this for
knowledge
you.
that I said this, but if any of my players brought me garlic bread in the time it took them to start rolling death saves, I'd let them live.
What
I
death
mean,
saves?
yeah.
Yeah. Granted, I
Okay.
would
The
need
garlic
some
bread god
form
says
of
live.
marinara or Alfredo to like dip it into.
Mayonnaise.
Otherwise, they're just taunting me, and I will be even more vicious.
Put bacon on it. Mayonnaise.
Before-
Full of
Fuck
breakfast.
me up. Yeah, there you go.
okay. Also, before we move on, Ash High,
Hi.
what is the correct answer?
Oh, I was gonna say like a spicy marinara.
Arrabbiata?
What's it called?
Yeah, what he said.
He knew.
Arrabbiata.
I honestly, Jesus.
Arabian Nights spaghetti.
I would give you a
with,
hero point for just how fast you knew my favorite sauce by name.
And if you're feeling
Wow.
crazy, throw some olives in there. He likes that shit.
Excuse
I
you,
don't like 'em.
minced olives. It has
Yeah,
to be
whatever.
minced
They're
up.
olives. And then the garlic
mean,
bread. And
You want the
bullshit.
flavor, but you don't want the bulk.
So you're telling me you want Death Star Canteen carbonara? I will send you the Lego version of
Oh
the
yeah,
skit.
yeah.
With extra sauce.
That went over my head.
Yeah, it went
Eddie-
over my
Eddie
too,
Izzard,
so I
right?
added.
Eddie Izzard,
Yeah,
Death Star
that's a-
Canteen.
Oh,
No, okay. Go to intro. I'm gonna educate Askell.
hang on. No, I gotta get into my mind
Take our
palace.
death.
Yeah.
Before we
Take
go
our
to
death.
intro, music was provided by Michael Gelfi Studios, Tabletop RPG Music, and McRow Music. Also, I'm totally not gonna watch it right now. Go ahead, run intro, quick.
Okay. And we're back.
Intro. Hey,
I'm glad Ashlow gave us the prep, like so we could.
rice pudding.
Actually, making it
Delicious.
sound like we were being told off for having a full argument during the intro.
So, oh, I forgot to pause it.
Whoops.
Well, I'm glad you guys didn't cheat. You
Quick cheat.
have
It's not on screen yet.
returned to the Oasis
it.
of the White Palm from a bit of an adventure below in a forgotten temple of Set. You had some treasures. You had some unfortunate items of note to be removed. You had some you had a mighty need for some R&R. Just a moment to breathe after everything. And you took that moment. With all of it culminating in a night of drinking and reminiscing and just talking, getting to know each other, really getting to know each other instead of, knowing each other's snoring habits and who fights with what weapon. After this,
Fist.
you spent a 10-day earning some income, crafting, trying to deduce the true identity of Happy Hogan, just taking advantage of the civilization that exists here in this oasis. You also made plans. Some of you made plans for a special moment to be enjoyed between two of your members. Two who had, frankly, suffered quite a bit and who deserved a little time to, well, to explore their relationship. To that end, we start, it's around noon at present on Gota the 2nd. Don't Google that for the love of God.
Are we
Uh,
already in Goda?
yeah. It's the 2nd.
Oh yeah.
It just started.
Sorry.
So as we pick up, you've been making money. You've got some fancy new, Jesus. You've got some fancy new toys, upgrades,
Upgrade
compliments of Ithri. And I believe before we get into the one big thing that you've been waiting for, there's one almost as big detail that a different player had wanted to follow up on. So I'm actually going to move time forward from noon to about 5 p.m. Does that sound right, Nexer?
Timey-wimey.
Is that the Hogan thing?
Yes.
Wouldn't that be the day after the date?
The day after the date, you guys are going to be in the desert.
But they moved the date to the day before we're leaving, right?
Oh, did you?
I
was under
think so, yeah.
Oh,
So that's
okay.
why. Yeah.
I stand corrected.
Yeah.
Well, we still
Mark
need
Well,
to
Well,
it,
eat.
pointed
it
out-
could be after the date, like the same day, depending on, if I'm still working on
the
that
date
day.
will be after, but Marco pointed out that we shouldn't be the date on the last day in case it goes really badly. We then have to travel into the desert in silence.
Yeah.
What we do anyway, so
He's making
Okay.
sure all bases are covered here. No
yeah,
pun
Marco's
intended.
Gotcha.
got Medora's back in this case, We're working on it.
Either way, I assume we're going to want evening, right? So we'll call it right now, as of 5 p.m. on this day. Let me just adjust the tone a teeny bit.
And that means I'm at work and can't watch the tent, right?
What do you guys do? Well, technically,
You can have the day off.
for an evening date, you're going to be at work anyway, unless you don't work that day.
You're supposed to
But as
guard
far
the
as I
tent.
know-
You
That's your
already gave
job.
me the money, so.
And you rolled with yeah. That's okay. I mean, who hasn't worked during an important event that they would have given anything except money to be present for, right? I mean,
Okay, but if I come out and Cora's there with her lit halo,
yeah, it's like, okay, we're all alone, but you can see like just through like the edge of a tent wall, just this brilliantly shimmering
Okay,
halo
I
light.
would
Like,
know to
Cora,
turn
we
it
know you're
off.
there.
I would turn it off.
I
pinky
feel like
promise.
we talked about it. I don't remember if we took.
yeah. It was a pinky promise to not spy on us with the halo on.
I
Yeah.
do need to know what time you want the food, because I have to run and get it for you.
Well,
I feel like we planned it out in a way where I wasn't at work. I
You
don't
have to
remember.
be, because you said you were gonna watch.
You were gonna
the-
be at work for part of it. You were gonna end your shift and then go to check on things, I believe.
At 4 a.m.
I was probably going to do it overnight.
Or
because-
no, I think it was the opposite. You were, you know what? Fuck it. Hogan's cool.
I just
He'll
changed
let
shift that
you-
day.
He'll let you come in and out if you need to go check on things or do your thing.
Okay.
So
Pascal, can you pop up the calendar for me?
no,
Okay.
there should be an option to open it though on
Journal notes, and then SC.
I'm on the left hand toolbar. There should be. Oh,
Yeah.
That's what you were talking about. Okay. Yep.
Mostly because I had to go looking for it 2 minutes ago.
Oh. It
Good
just
call.
says quests. Oh.
So
there
at
it
this
is. Found
point,
it.
we are. It's about 5 p.m. I'm assuming you wanted to start right around sundown, correct? So you've got about 2 to 3 hours of whatever preparations you want to take before the sun is going down. What's everyone doing?
I should probably go to the healer's tent. Go on.
Oh, right. Yeah, you should do that.
Oh.
I will remind, relating to her, she has not been at the healer's tent. She would have left there the same time you guys did. She wasn't actually in need of healing. Just
No,
peace.
we left her there, I think.
No. We forgot to talk about her, but she would have been living her life since then. Just kind of.
You guys were wondering why I bought a tent, and then she's just sleeping in my bedroll the entire time. It's like,
No. She would have been staying. Actually, it's up to you. You could have given her space in your own tent, or, funny enough, about a dozen tents that formerly were occupied have recently opened up.
Yeah.
She can have one of those.
Chic.
I would have given her the choice between our tent and the closest.
So for the sake
tent.
of catching up the timeline and noting it was my fault that I forgot about her, I'm going to sort of summarize a little bit here. It would have taken some effort to get her to make a choice. She's sort of spent a lifetime
case,
being taught
our tent.
she's not allowed to choose for herself, and it would have.
Our tent until she chooses whether she, like, if she basically, I'd be like, we'll move it to ours, and if you don't like it, leave to one of them. I don't mind.
So that, to start with, that works. You get the vibe very quickly that she almost instinctively represses whether she likes or dislikes something. Like, she does not allow herself opinions. There's a lot of internalization with her.
You're fun
And
to talk to.
So I will say this, because Medora was not. No, Medora was earning income too, wasn't she?
A bit, yeah.
Not every day, but some days.
I'm trying to think if anyone wasn't earning income. I know Ithri, but he was busy.
Junko wasn't, for the most part.
I'll give you the option. Would you have spent any time working with her, or do you think Junko would have kept?
I would have.
Okay.
Just a little
So
bit. It's not like
if
a
you
whole lot of
put-
talking would have happened.
If you put some effort into it, if Junko spent some time on this, you could have sort of encouraged her to start allowing opinions,
Take it slow.
even acting upon them or giving voice to her feelings. It's sort of therapy. So if you're doing this, here's what I'm going to do. Junko, I'm trying to think if I can justify it not being diplomacy, but I feel like there's no way around this would be diplomacy.
Yeah, Junko will start out small too, so it's not even like that noticeable. It'll be like, oh, which outfit
know
do
what?
you like? You know?
I'm going to do something that is not without precedent, but is extremely rare. It's not diplomacy. I'm going to have you make what is essentially a class roll. It's 1d20 plus your level. In essence, it's like a ranger check.
Okay.
And if you are proficient in your class DC or expert or whatever, you can add that bonus to it. Do
I don't
you
know what that
your
means.
So all classes have a class DC, even if it never gets used, and your class will tell you what your level of proficiency is. For ranger, I'm gonna go out on a limb. By level, you guys are 9 or 10?
10.
10. I would say you're expert. So it's gonna be 1d20 plus 14.
It is on your
Jesus,
proficiencies
Ava.
page,
Will
by
you
the way.
fucking stop? Friday, it was just non-stop with this, and here we again. Okay. Turns out Junko may have been the most perfect person to speak with her. And I'm sorry, I'm being rude to chat, or to our viewers. her to whom we are referring is the freed, very recent slave of Chorus Ikoth named Karina, an elf who was very cruelly treated by him. And as it turns out, Junko has spent a lifetime internalizing feelings, withholding opinions, biting her tongue, and just taking whatever is dished out to her. And Junko has, in the last year, really come out of that shell. Junko connects with her in a way that no one else has really been able to, because in a way, Junko still does not see herself as freed. And over the course of these 10 days, you sort of impart on her how she can be true to her upbringing, for better or worse, and still feel things, and maybe even connect with people sincerely. And for whatever reason, she bonds hard with Junko. She actually really senses a kindred spirit. And the few days when Medora is also around, Medora increasingly
Muted.
okay.
I just bumped my camera. Fine. Sorry.
Did that ruin anything for Ashlow, or is that going to be okay?
No, it's fine. Everything's fine.
We'll fix it in post.
Okay. Medora, you find that she is actually more engaged with you the longer she's spending time with Junko. You find, because I know Medora was showing the most interest in her, you find that by the 4th day, when you check in on her, she is comfortable enough to suggest that if there's still an open tent, maybe she could have her own space. Assuming that you guys aren't going to be here forever, and it would be nice to start having a home.
Yeah.
By day 8, which is effectively yesterday, she has been quietly talking about the possibility of what she could do at the Oasis. If there's, not necessarily a career, but if there's something she can do to support herself. And Junko, as the one who's spending the most time with her during this period, is there anything you would suggest?
Well, I'd be making a lot of potions in this time, so maybe have her help me and see if she likes it. Or my poisons, kind of giving her the fundamentals of it.
Let's see.
It's just
so that's definitely an intelligence crafting.
Yeah,
she does not take well to it.
That is okay.
You discover the hard way she actually can't read.
Oh.
Let's see. Oh, that's awkward. She has proficiency in household lore. I didn't know that was a thing.
That's
I would say something you do notice is she takes very well to knives, and even starts joining you in some of your morning routine. Performing katas and
okay.
She tries really hard with the alchemy thing, and it becomes clear, unfortunately, even though she hasn't stated this, I would say Junko probably recognizes that's probably not happening.
Yeah, which is fine. It's just when you just graduate high school and you don't know what you want to do, so you try a bunch of different things. This is kind of same concept.
Except she's not really trying a lot. She's mostly just oh, well, Junko suggested alchemy, so I'm going to be an alchemist, an apothecary. I'm doing this.
No,
And Junko's like the parent who accidentally made that happen, watching like,
Upon finding out that she can't read, I would buy her books to help her, like learning books, learning for dummies.
so this also backfires in that these books require you to be able to read them.
Well, no, like with
Um,
like the little baby books where it has the
I-
alphabet and stuff like that.
You're buying her baby books.
Well, like not exactly baby books, but like where it has like the 101 kind of stuff where it does the basics.
How did you roll a natural 20? What?
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
this
I mean,
feels
it's
like
a
figure it out,
natural 20,
Astral.
but it's
there
still
should be so
Junko.
much panic here. Is like, oh my god, I'll buy you books. Oh god, baby books, lots of baby books. Oh god.
I hope this makes her laugh because like Junko's not used to this kind of
Weirdly-
thing.
Weirdly, she finds the disaster help really endearing. And she tries to let you down easy with the books the first time, the first 2-3 times. Finally, there's this moment where the two of you have what would, for the two of you, be sitting down to have a conversation, but is mostly just you two sitting down quietly, drinking tea silently, occasionally nodding like something was said. And then epiphany. Does that sound like the Junko way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Would they
c-
be practicing knives in the morning near the tent?
The,
Is that-
wherever Junko does her morning, I mean,
What
it's
is
something she's been
Junko-
doing, I think, as long as since she was a level 1 baby character.
Mm-hmm.
In this scenario, where does Junko practice?
She'd probably go outside the tents area, so more course towards like the trees.
And I will note,
Please.
it's less of like what you'd see in a
Palm
training
trees.
yard practicing, more of like a dance flowing from one form to the next. It's like Tai Chi with knives
And
and
how well
katanas and other.
how well does she look like she's mimicking Junko?
Depends. If it's with a katana, not at all. If it's with
With the
a
knives.
bow or a, when it comes to the knives, almost flawlessly.
Thinking stunt double for Junko in the action scenes.
But and
Um,
here's where the epiphany happens. With your tea, you ran out of the sweet snacks, and absently Karina sliced up a sausage. And she did so with flair. She would have panache if she were a swashbuckler with how she like. Junko is probably the only person here familiar with sushi chefs.
No, Marco made sushi.
Oh,
not
that's
very
right.
well,
Well,
though.
Marco,
he
yeah,
wasn't
Marco's
familiar
been
enough.
in those circles.
He's heard of them.
He's probably eaten. I could see him
Yeah, he
having
just doesn't know how
sushi.
to make it.
He probably went to like those stylized Andalonian sushi bars where they get an authentic Corvanian sushi chef, but it's all like bedazzled.
Yeah, it's
And
just
any
some
authentic
like
Corvanian
redhead
would
in a
be
mask.
outraged by the entire thing. But like a Las Vegas sushi bar. That strikes me as where Marco's had sushi.
Yeah.
But I digress.
What level would you say she is roughly?
So that's not a mechanic in game, but if I were to rate her level of proficiency between 1 and 20, I'd give her about a 1.
Okay. Okay,
But-
Ava needs a little help. The epiphany
It's-
happens.
Yes, what it occurs to Junko is looking at this woman, the way she handles knives in combat sucks. The way she handles knives in a kitchen, well, you'd call her more of a level 4 to 6.
Have you considered being a chef?
A what?
A chef. A cook?
Oh, I cooked for my for the dog, Chorus Ikoth. Many, many times.
What about on a bigger scale? Like if you had
Like
your own restaurant?
a merchant?
Yes.
And like her brain goes to picturing like Kor's Ikoth fattening up as the bigger scale. Remember, very, very low intelligence and wisdom. But it takes a second, but like as you converse further with her, I'm going to assume you explain a little better that no, I don't mean a bigger person. I mean like a bigger
Yeah.
quantity of people. Quantity means number. She takes to it, actually, and you spend the following day sort of seeing where this goes, and you find not only can this girl cook, her alchemy works when it comes to food and sauces, i.e., this is a chef. Hell, if you brought her with you, she could probably cook for the party better than any person in this party can cook, except maybe Ithri, who will never cook for you, but could if he wanted to with his skill. His crafting skill, he could be probably cooking next to Gordon Ramsay, but
How? Okay.
He may be telling Gordon Ramsay that he's doing wrong.
Ithri, I want French toast this morning.
I imagine
think
that's why
Ithri's
Ithri
just
has
like-
never revealed that knowledge to
No, I
anyone.
think Ithri's just like these humans want the worst food ever. I'm not getting involved.
Oh my god, is E3 Senshi?
Oh my god, he could have been. If someone like hit Ithri really hard in the head so he forgot everything, yes.
That would be, yeah, awesome.
Have you seen Delicious in Dungeon, Ashlow?
Not yet, but I plan to.
Oh,
you
good.
need to watch it
Mm.
for this reference in particular.
As does everyone watching this, as do all our viewers.
Yeah, we're not sponsored. It's just that good.
I mean, but we could be. Anyway, so setting aside Ithri, Karina can cook incredibly. And like increasingly, Junko's testing the extent to this, and by present day, 5 p.m. leading into the date, Junko has not yet found the limit of Karina's cooking ability.
Bet. I'm gonna
And,
put a
like,
pin
I-
in this because
knowing
I have to
Junko-
think about it a little bit.
I imagine you've been like, okay, let's try non-Corvanian food. Make pasta. Okay, let's try something more exotic. Make an elven dish. Make this and that. And like, the more you push, the more you're like, how the fuck did she do that? I'm running out of things I know what are to try her with. And she's just like, and a few of the Corvanian dishes that you suggested, probably the most advanced Junko could think of. Not only did she make, she embellished upon it.
Better not be any fucking rice pudding.
Put
God
her
damn
own
it.
new spin on it. Like, I would say, unknowns to the rest of the party, Junko has been eating better than probably she's ever eaten in her life. Working with
Shit!
Karina.
She's gonna hate my rice pudding.
Like,
We had noticed before.
I didn't know.
You telling me that if Junko had good food cooked for her, she wouldn't tell a single person?
I leave that to Ava.
No, she probably wouldn't.
No, I would, especially when it came to like a dwarven dish she tried, and Junko with her bad communication skills, E3's just working down in like the dungeon area, and I just slam a bowl with her behind me, be like, "Try this."
Okay.
Like just
How-
a random day, random time, just like you need to try it. You like he's like mid clink, and she's just like, "No, stop, try it."
yeah, Ithri will join in.
But
How
I would
good
I
is
would have
this?
done that with everybody.
Yeah.
What?
So is it really like how good is this?
Oh, I missed that question. It's good. It's
Like, does it taste authentic?
yes and no. Yes, in that like you could believe a dwarf made this, but there's
Okay.
some
But we're
accents
in a
to it
difference.
that are distinctly like, okay, a dwarf wouldn't have done this, but weirdly it works.
Okay. So non-traditional but real good.
Exactly.
Yeah, more please. Three's just like, wow, wow, wow. More please. Was that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like if
Um,
Junko has actually done that to everyone, then as soon as Junko's wandered off from when she does it to Medora, Medora's like, Cora, goes to find Cora. Cora.
I'm almost done with the rice pudding. What do you need?
I still want the rice pudding from you. I don't think we should go to Hogan for the other food.
Oh. Okay.
It'll cost us.
Also, Hogan's food is like what you'd find at like a party store.
And you have to run it across the desert, and if there's sand and blah. But oh my, has Junko
Yeah, it's coarse
given
and
you any
gets everywhere.
food yet?
No, not yet. But she.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Why would she give me food?
Apparently, Karina's been cooking.
Oh. Okay.
I want the rice pudding from us.
but
Because if I think I want the rice pudding done our way, the way that Junko told you how to do it, right?
Right.
But maybe the main food.
Yes.
Get the main food from Karina. Maybe we do that way around.
You want
And
me
then-
to try to get Karina to make? Okay. Isn't she hanging out with Junko?
Not always.
Yeah. But on that day,
You mean later tonight?
yeah. I mean, there'll be time, right? There'll be time.
Yeah. I gotta go figure that out then.
Maybe like
As-
if we had an hour before food, because I don't want to be like, hey, get in this room and eat food. I don't think that's what Marco
Okay,
meant.
but I gotta go talk to Karina, so I gotta go do that because this could take a lot of time. I don't know what she's gonna make.
I don't know.
I don't appreciate these last minute changes, Medora.
Marco, someone with a clipboard, like, what is this?
Eskel, I would have liked to also teach that Karina to like expect to charge people for food, so I would have been paying her.
Okay. I'm not
So-
deducting anything at present because,
Okay.
Let her roll for make income and deduct it from.
but noted.
Yeah.
Junko
okay.
paying her and Marco just sleight of handing it.
Well, Cora's gonna like stalk them until she can get her alone, so
Question.
and ask her to cook. Yes.
Okay. And she is willing to cook, by the way.
Cool.
She absolutely will. Ava.
Yes.
Has Junko talked to her at all about like the date or what's happening with her and Medora, or is that sort
Junko
of just...
doesn't know about
Junko
the date,
doesn't
does
know
she?
about it.
Oh right. Okay. Okay.
Oh, that's
so,
also
I'm
valid
about
point.
to talk to her about it.
Okay. So actually, kind of want to play that out
Oh God.
a little bit, not fully,
Okay.
but a little.
Okay.
She does spend most of her time around Junko.
Right. That's
Uh,
why I'm stalking them to try to get a time when she's alone.
I mean,
How-
she goes
how do
back to
you-
her own tent, right?
At night, yes.
Oh, what do you mean?
Yeah.
How do I do it? I hide behind bushes and I wait
You
for
just
her
wanna-
to leave.
God. What
Okay.
have I done?
And then I sneak into her tent.
Okay. Well, yeah, you can arrange it in her tent. You can arrange to chat with her, probably in the morning as opposed to night, because I did say we're already on present day. So we'll say it was this morning.
Okay.
Okay. What do you say to her?
I need your help.
What can I do?
Okay, so I hear you're really good at cooking things.
Yeah.
You can't tell anybody. Especially Junko.
You want me to cook something?
Yeah, for
Junko?
for their date for Medora and Junko. Can you do that for tonight?
What?
They need. The two of them are
no.
getting together for a romantic date, and they need a meal.
Oh.
Can you make something?
Well, I'd have to charge you.
I'll get whatever you need.
Catering.
Yeah.
This is Medora's dime, so charge me whatever you want.
I'll figure something out. Just
Don't
leave.
make rice pudding. Other than that, you can do whatever you want.
Just leave a gold piece, and I'll figure it out.
Are you sure? You don't need any help?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna come by at 6.
Sundown.
Yeah.
It'll be ready.
Okay.
Any
sure?
particulars on what you want?
No. You've been with Junko cooking? Just something she would like.
Okay.
Just not rice pudding. Got that?
But
Don't-
that's her
don't-
favorite.
Don't make that. Whatever you
Oh.
do, don't make the rice pudding.
Okay.
Okay, good. Okay, I got other stuff to do. I'll see you later. Here's the gold piece. Here's
Okay.
2 gold pieces. I'll leave.
Taken care of. All right. And I believe that gets us caught up with 5 p.m. So, you got a couple hours until sundown.
Marco, try this rice pudding!
Junko,
okay?
your comrades are being kind of weird, but otherwise,
dodgy.
you know, it's
Uh,
fine.
It's always dodgy.
Considering after the nightmare, I think Junko would have skipped out on her daily training. Sat in
Okay.
the tent and contemplated a lot. Does anybody
Kind of
come
moody
in?
today, you think?
I wouldn't say too moody, just more broody than normal.
Damn thing.
Okay.
What, into your tent? Into the
Whatever
main
tent. Yeah.
You guys have
Yeah.
one tent, and
That's
Marco.
right.
Yeah.
We have 2 tents.
Yeah, we have 2 tents. Get it right.
Yeah. And
Cora would come in, see you there, and immediately turn to leave. Very suspicious.
wait, Cora.
What? What? Hello? Yes? Junko? Hello?
Will you sit with me?
Okay. She'll go sit next to you.
Ravik came into my dream.
Oh. Oh, that's good, right? You haven't heard from him in a long time.
He was angry.
Oh, because of the, well, did you explain the situation?
I didn't get a chance, really. Partially, maybe, I don't know. He asked what the value of a soul was, and I tried to ask what their deeds that they did.
Souls are priceless.
I was gonna do the same joke.
That's what he
Too
said.
late, bitch.
You still could.
Yeah, I mean, we all say it.
But go on.
But why?
Why what?
Why would someone with who does bad things have the same value of somebody like you?
You're not. People aren't born bad. Soul is the life force you're born with. It's not. Life's the bad things in life, the good things in life, they all shape a soul to be what it is.
But
And-
you would say that the soul a person who has done a lot of wrong, their soul would be more tainted than somebody who is more pure, right?
I would say that soul is in need of help. I wouldn't say that soul is more or less valuable than another soul. She'll put her hand on Junko's.
Maybe I am irredeemable.
Why would you say that?
Ravik said I was.
You see Cora like visibly like stiffens and like bristles, kind of like a cat who just saw something it didn't like. You said that?
Yes. He also said my soul wasn't mine to sell, but if it's not mine to sell, whose is it? Should be my choice, right?
Junko, listen. He is wrong. There's no such thing as a soul that is irredeemable. Sometimes a soul needs certain things to be redeemed, certain people. Wow, this music is really cool and monkey monkish. Like, I can't redeem everybody. I've learned that, but I want to help people be on the path of redemption. I don't think that was. That doesn't sound like something someone like him should have said to you. And I'm sorry he said that.
It's okay. Just another person to prove wrong, right?
Are you going to?
I would like to. I don't want to feel hollow anymore.
She'll like tighten her grip on your hands. Then don't do what he wants you to.
Okay.
I saw what you did in the fight. Don't do what he wants.
Okay.
Just do what you feel is right in here.
I might have to take your guidance because in there doesn't. The lines are crossed.
The fact that you're talking to me about it says otherwise.
Thank you. And then Junko's
Okay,
just
I gotta
be
go.
quiet, drink her tea. And
I gotta go now. Bye. She's
Bye,
gonna grab
Cora.
her bag and run off.
Okay. Anything you guys want to cover before we move time forward?
I
Anyone?
don't think so.
Just to clarify, is this we've still got one more day after the date, right?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
have right.
Okay.
Tomorrow would be day 10.
Yeah, cool. Carry on.
Midori just wants to get shit ready. Check that. Is Karina doing the cooking in her tent or our tent or what?
Her tent is not equipped for that.
Neither is ours.
Technically,
really.
neither is yours. I mean,
You
you're
know-
in an oasis.
Oh.
I figured she had it handled. Okay.
She's been doing it in your tent though because you have
Oh, shit.
supplies that she can actually use.
Well,
I honestly probably would have taken supplies to Hogan's after getting the hookup from Marco to be like, hey, I need experiments in your kitchen.
So Hogan would not actually go for that, largely because he would say he's too afraid of Cookie to suggest he share his kitchen.
Just-
Okay, then ixnay that. Yeah, I guess in the tent.
Cora would be making the rice pudding in Marco's tent.
Because Marcos
Cora's
said
just
this.
like squirreled away some
I
stuff.
need this tent.
I think then Medora comes back from trying to make money that day and is like walks in and just like, hey, thank you for doing this. Sorry I didn't have time to ask you myself. Are you short money? Do I need to?
No. Cora paid me. Everything's fine. My pleasure.
Everything's fine.
All taken care of.
Do you want to do this as a job after this?
According to Junko, I'm already doing it as a job. And that's why I have to make you pay. Is Junko just back there doing the Jack Nicholson nod?
Somewhere Junko sneezes and she just
Junko,
feels
if
proud.
Junko is in the tent, I am not talking to her about date shit.
No,
I have not
that's what I
told
said.
Junko.
Somewhere Junko is doing the
She's just nodding.
in spirit. She's just
Yeah, there's like
This
doom
is-
and gloom and then a sudden moment of just being really proud and being like, yeah.
there is an element of forced repetition to the statement I am doing this already as a job that indicates like someone has drilled this into her in spite of resistance.
Money is something that money is shit. It's basically shiny stuff from the ground that people use to make you give them more, and then you have to get more, and then they have to get you to give them more. Do you enjoy
It's a fascinating perspective. I don't think I agree with you. My master,
Disagree with
my late master never did anything with his money. He much favored a whip. He got what he wanted through brute force, whereas you freed me with money.
I didn't
I think
free you with money at all.
I like having control of my life with something other than a whip.
There are a lot of ways to take control of your life. I joined the Valkyrie. That was the first decision I ever made for myself.
You were a slave too.
To a different world. But yes. Not of here, not of the desert, of the sea.
I could see that on you. But you seem so resentful of treasure. Well, I'm happy with this. If I can do this, I would be satisfied. I'd be satisfied doing more or less anything now.
The choice is always yours to make and to change.
Well, I wouldn't say always.
Make it yours.
Okay.
On that note, suddenly she's not cooking for you anymore.
Okay, bitch.
Thank
I
you.
didn't pay for you. and I wouldn't pay for you.
In a way. No, you're right. I'm sorry.
I know what happens. And I know that it's hard to drop habits that are ingrained so deeply. But you have taken to it far better than I ever did.
Well, it helps to have someone who pushes you a little in the right direction. You just have to let them. You should. She's wise. I should continue. Your big night is tonight, right? So
Does she sound like she is unhappy about that?
make a perception, sense motive. Keeping in mind she's very introverted on the best of occasions.
Yeah.
Remember,
Well-
it's a blind roll.
Where the heck do I find that?
Sense
Well-
motive is under perception. If you use the skill action dialogue.
Thought I had it. Where are you? Skill action. Okay. It is not popping up.
What?
I found a different version. I will do a different version.
Oh, because it's probably been removed from remaster, I suspect. Interesting.
Yep, I clicked all my macros. And
No,
none
it
of them
hasn't.
worked.
I'm looking at it right now. Okay, the macro just needs updated then.
Okay,
Uh,
I will find that.
Okay, let's see. You get a slight rigidity from her that she's always got that, but there's a hint of awkwardness, but no resentment. No anger, no like just a very slight discomfort. And I think you might even get a hint of wistfulness.
I'm gonna look her right in the eye, which is not something that Medora's good at.
You're gonna have a
Not
hard
something that
time
she's
catching
good
her
at.
eye contact, to be honest. But
Like literally, yeah, it's not something either of them are probably comfortable with. But Junko, or the idea of it, the companionship.
well, you should listen to Junko.
No. Your feeling. I'm asking you your opinion.
I don't know what you mean.
You are allowed to want things. It is your choice. I'm asking you. Is it her? Or is it the idea of that companionship?
I don't think I understand. But I do think Junko is a wonderful, an important and kind person. And you should probably prepare. For her sake.
Askley, in this like culture, have we seen any relationships that are not monogamous?
Yeah. The Sheik has a harem.
Yeah, but that's okay. That's a very different question.
He's
have we
married
seen-
to at least 12 of them.
New question. Where they had a choice.
What do you mean?
He's the Sheik. It's a very different. Have we seen any normal relationships?
Oh,
that
you
are
mean without a
non-monogamous?
power dynamic? An
Yeah.
inappropriate power dynamic?
In this culture.
That's hard to say. You haven't really met a lot of people in this culture. Firsthand, no. You can do a society check if you want to know how normalized that is.
This is blind, right?
Mm-hmm. Because it's recall knowledge. Assuming you're specifically referring to something like polyamory, it's less popular the more faithful to Anu an individual is. Among the Element, it's practically, it's literally, it's no biggie. Like, they don't even, to the Element, how you love and who you love is your own business. And if you have a god that tells you otherwise, then that's your business with that god. But they're not going to tell you, they don't attach that kind of thing. Among the Jedians, the more new school, like the younger generations who have maybe gotten a little away from traditional worship of Anu, will probably ignore it. The more traditionalist Anu followers, like that priest who frankly
Favorite
didn't even
character.
want Hassan marrying Shadala, would probably have things to say about you and your future in one of the hells.
That's fine. I'm okay with that. Okay. I just lean towards it and I just say I would not hold it against you, nor would it be any of my business if you wanted to spend more time with her. And I know it is not in her culture for that to be a problem. It is her choice, as it is yours.
Make a diplomacy roll for me. Public. I'm just curious how that lands.
Sod it. I'm gonna hero point that.
No, okay. Hey, finally using a hero point. You love to oof.
Slightly better.
She sort of remains blank and says, whatever Junko wishes to do.
But hey, none of my business.
Enjoy your evening.
Thank you. And if you need help making this more permanent, if that would help you. I will pay towards it.
I just want to cook.
If you decide that is here, I can try and help you fund something more permanent. A stall, if you wish. And if not, I can help you travel. Either with us, it's dangerous, or any way you choose.
Okay.
But thank you, and I'm just gonna leave.
Do me one last favor. Make
Mhm.
a quick perception.
Poisoning the food.
This is as you're leaving.
That's not perception. That's initiative. You want a blind one?
Just yep. Okay.
Oh, good.
So, moving right along. Let's move to 8 o'clock.
Mhm.
The sun is setting. It's your show. What do you do?
I cast message
Go on.
from within Marco's tent to
Okay.
Junko when they've come back, and basically ask her to meet me in there.
Junko.
Junko forgets
Actually, what am I
messages
doing?
thing.
What am I doing? What does Junko hear? Let's hear it. What does Junko hear? Got to get you all in your first person point of views.
Yeah.
Hey, Junko. I've got something I need to admit to you,
Okay.
but I need to show you. Can you come
This
to
is-
Marco's?
Telepathic, remember that you're hearing.
Yeah, that's Junko doesn't always remember.
Just out
but
loud,
this is
Junko
a
said,
spell.
"Okay."
Medora, even if Junko thought it back, I can't hear that from there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Junko acts as if she heard her. And then goes to meet her.
Okay.
And as you walk into Marco's tent, Medora is just stood there in her original traveling gear, in her normal top and her normal trousers. She's got rid of the desert headdress, desert everything. And there's a chalk doorway on the side of Marco's tent.
Should I have come prepared? I just look at my desert garb, like,
No need. And Medora's just gonna pull out some of the weapons that she's just prepared. I'm not very good at this, but I'm gonna try. And I've spent the last 2.5 hours panicking on whether I should still do this. But Marco has helped me work out what I think I want to say by putting the first little thought there. And well, Cora's been incredibly helpful as well. So we have a surprise coming for you later.
Quick
But
note,
I need you to
not to
trust
interrupt.
me.
I think the observer's on the wrong screen and might need refreshed. Sorry, continue.
I need you to trust me. And take your choice of weapons through this door.
does she have like a bunch of like wooden ones prepared?
Nope. These are real weapons, I think. I don't think we have any training ones, right? I'm pretty sure the party don't have training weapons.
I'm pretty sure you don't.
Yeah, they are real weapons. If they come with scabbards, they're in scabbards. Medora's just picked up a whole pile
You
Oh,
could
yeah.
have also put cloth around it to make it not sharp for safety.
Could have done.
Didn't
Medora
think
was-
about that.
It's your
Medora's
date.
just holding a whole pile of stuff because she was like, "This is what we're doing."
I will grab a dagger and follow suit. Curiously,
I would like you to choose something for me.
what did Medora use before the staff back in 5e?
She did have a rapier. It
Let's
is
say-
lost.
Rapier, but in the style of a saber, right? Like a pirate sword.
Yeah, it is lost. I don't even know when it got lost, but it is lost.
It's
It
probably
is
with
no longer
Ithri
on my
shit
character sheet.
somewhere.
Yeah. Then I'll pick the thing most close to it, I guess.
It would be one of your weapons. I
Yeah.
don't think I would
Just
steal
plus one
everyone's.
scimitar, maybe.
I mean,
Are
I
there
have.
any of those left? I thought there's only
not
just
plus
scimitars
one,
now.
maybe.
Yeah, I
or
would
maybe
just-
just scimitar then. Yeah, just
Yeah,
scimitar.
because we stole the pluses off of them. They never said we had to give them back, so actually,
Actually,
yeah,
I think
I'll
we can't
grab a
hear you.
scimitar for her. What?
Hello.
Ashlow.
Yes,
Oh, no,
there
okay,
are
yeah.
some scimitars. 3 scimitars. There's also 3+1 maces somewhere.
That's
Oh,
not like a rapier, young man.
Match
I thought we sold
Let's
them.
just bludgeon each other.
I don't think we've gotten around to actually selling them yet. 'Cause
If you can choose for me and you,
I
and then
will
open the door.
grab a dagger for myself and a scimitar for her, and then open said door.
And you open it to find that I have stolen most of the pillows from the front of the other tent
And probably
and put
Marco's
them on
tent.
one side. She's
That's
stolen
where they went.
any like a low table or something, and it's in front of the pillows. And then you're walking into a 20-foot square room, and basically it's completely plain except for like chalk lines marking the edges of the room, and then all of these vari-colored pillows. And on the table are I think Medora might have gone through Jinko's stuff and picked up the 4 gems and put them on the table.
When'd you get those? Cause like Junka's like now checking her pouch, like, what the hell?
I only took those. When you were teaching Karina how to cook and doing your potion crafting, you left with Ithri early one morning. I've been taking bits and pieces. I wanted to take you on something romantic that wasn't just the two of us, that in earshot of everyone else, as pretty as the stars are. I can't keep doing that. I don't know what that is. I don't know where this is going. But I think I want to accept that waiting to find out where I came from or who I am, it's not important. I don't think I will ever be that person. And I think I gave the advice to Karina earlier that she should make her own choices. And I think this is me taking that advice. And I want to do something that the two of us can enjoy for us, not because someone else said that's the way we should do it. So this is a space outside of the desert, outside of the other people's trials and prophecies. And I'm not prepared to sit in silence forever and always, as much as I enjoy that sometimes.
I understand. I just don't always know what to say.
And that's fine too. But I think maybe there are other ways of expression. Pick up your weapon and give me mine.
First, seeing how I know Medora isn't a martial character of any regard, Junko is gonna take off her armor. Not her clothes,
You're gonna
just
take
her
off
armor.
the armor?
Yeah.
Okay.
Give you a fighting chance.
First
mean-
character death in the downtime.
All the best
It's-
dates are.
It's been a long time. I mean, it's at least since before Barovia. I don't think I've sparred with anyone. Well, I haven't sparred with anyone since I joined the Valkyries, so don't go easy, but maybe there's more to this evening, and Cora would be really, really upset if I had to cancel some of the other bits. So if something goes wrong, we just heal each other and agree never to say anything.
Jugo hunts prey, marks for death. Kidding.
On the pillow, right?
Yeah. Sorry, I couldn't resist. I can teach you one of the more Corvanian dancing styles. It's not for combat, it's for show.
I mean, I wasn't awful, I guess, at dancing the other night.
No.
You saw.
Briefly. But I did
Okay.
see.
That sounds fun. I'd like that.
Yeah, I'm just worried I'd actually hurt you.
Oh, me too. This was the part where I was real scared, and at the time that they suggested it, I was still wearing the poison cloak, so I'm really kind of glad that's gone.
Yeah, it was really an eyesore. Maybe if we could
Yeah,
dye it black,
also-
it would have been good, but
You'd have just poisoned me, and I kind of said that that would also ruin a date. Oh, is that okay if this is a date?
yes.
How do I do
Junko,
this then?
hell if I know. Baby's first dates.
Tell us
Uh,
about each of your respective posture right now. Like, what are you looking at? What do you look like? What do you? What's your
I think
general demeanor?
Medora has been so nervous this whole time. Like, when Junko selected the weapons and opened the door, she's just thrown the rest of the weapons across the tent, and then sort of like, she's kind of like not stopped fidgeting at all. And she wouldn't, like, she was making eye contact, not holding it, just really unsure. And then as soon as Junko says it's okay that it's a date, she makes eye contact and stands a little straighter until she thinks that's really awkward, and now she's examining the weapon.
Junko's demeanor is probably the same as always, but not intentionally. maybe shoulders like slightly slouched, but she's been conditioned to be like proper. But always quiet. But trying to break that shell, she is going to take Medora's hand, put the weapon in it properly, and then guide her for like one of the like a blade dance.
Then Medora will move very awkwardly to start with. Definitely. It's been a long time since she
Do you need
did any of
alcohol?
it. I was told not to bring any, so I didn't. Tea would be nice. The one I like, if that's okay.
We can also ask Marco to bring a drink. Maybe we'd both relax a little.
Wait, I have a plan.
Bell.
Ding 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 ding.
Medora's just gonna be
ding.
like, stay here. And she's gonna slip out. Is Cora in the tent?
She's like probably clawing at the chalk door, like, let me in.
Well, Marco's there too, right?
Well, I was gonna sit away from the tent to watch that nobody goes into the tent, but maybe you're
Cora
there
would-
to put the food in front of the door.
Cora would be sitting with Marco, actually.
So Medora's actually still got a bottle of mid-alcohol in her bag, so she's just gonna like dash out. It's fine, don't panic.
Marco
Run
should
back
have
to
done a
the
bag check before he let her in.
other tent.
Damn it.
She's gonna go like to the other tent, grab the bottle, probably like skirt around the snoring Key or whatever Key is doing right now.
Oh no,
And
he'd
then-
be awake for now.
Okay. Don't mind me. Run back in and be like, she's agreed as a date.
Oh, yeah, that's good, yeah.
There's nothing to. Yeah,
Wait, is that
Uh,
alcohol?
yeah. And I just open the door and slam the door, and I just like stop on it for a second, and then realize that's completely not dignified in front of Junko.
Marco's
Um,
puffing his hookah. Amateurs.
You think they're okay there?
Medora will just turn around and be like, so the downside being Cora and Marco know we're in here and they're both sat out there now.
Can they hear us?
No.
You
Drink.
told us to sit here.
We're guarding your door, and I'm waiting to bring you your rice pudding
And dinner.
and dinner!
Yeah. Medora will open it, just take a swig straight from the bottle and just hand it over.
Junko will take a swig. Oh, I'm glad I don't have like poison resistance or anything.
Well,
Proceed.
so as an assassin, part of your poison
Oh,
crafting.
do I actually?
I mean, it's a good job we're not trying to spar properly, because I feel like Medora would probably be very dead.
I would say Junko's poison resistance is more for contact poisons, less about ingested poison.
Well, I do have Dreamtime tea.
I guess after a while of Medora trying to do the dancing.
I should note about that, by the way. Performing, I believe that they are kata, doing things like this to teach you. It would be very intimate. It would require like Junko kind of being close to you, moving your body, like kind of pressed against you and like trying to show you where to put your arms, the motions to make, like holding your arms and moving you, sort of like not quite like a puppet per se, but like physically having to position you to move from form to form. It would be a very close, intimate thing. That's all I'll say.
Wiggles eyebrows.
Yeah. And during this, between instructing her, having the side conversation, Junko would be like, I don't know where my sense of self is going to be in the next year or two. I want redemption, and I don't want to live as Junko anymore. I want to be Selene again.
Do you want now?
Hmm?
Do you want that now?
I don't understand. Want
Do you want to be Selene now? Or do you want
Yeah.
to be free of Ayuz and Junko at the same time?
both, but I think being Selene is a good first step.
I would happily do that for you. I might slip up occasionally.
Doesn't bother me if people mistake. What, you've guys known me for a year, two, as Junko? I've been Junko all my life almost. But I do think a path of redemption means to be true to who you are, not just what you've become.
You want to be redeemed as you.
Yes,
Selene is.
thank you. I don't know how to tell the others though.
I mean, if it would help together.
Okay. I think Key will be confused.
We'll cross that lizard when we get to it. I think I'd like to go and just get one more thing. And Medora's gonna pop her head out the door and be like, now?
Are you guys hungry? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I assume I had the food. Like, I assume it's ready to go. I will get it for her.
Is it on Marco's head for the slow cook so it
Yeah,
stays warm?
so it stays warm. Okay. Thank you for
Gotta
holding
take it
still,
out of like a
Barco.
little quick oven.
He's an
Key.
easy
Okay,
bake.
and here's the rice pudding. Let me know if she likes it though. I really want to know how she feels about the texture and how she
I
likes
will.
everything.
I will
The food,
get
by
her
the
to
way,
review it
she
in
didn't
great
bring
detail.
She didn't bring it in a pot. It's already been plated, garnished. Like, this looks like something you'd find in a fine, to call it a tavern ain't even right. Like, this is something that you would see in a professional, high-end establishment.
Is this like when you order room service and it comes in more fancy than you were expecting? It's like,
Yes,
with
and
like
you're
the
just
silver
like,
dome. You're
this
just
is
like,
going to be
"Oh,
reflected in the tab, isn't it?
Yeah.
And Medora's like, I think I might be paying for the market stall. And yeah, she takes it and puts it on the little low table. And so
One quick note. I will note that from this point forward, Karina will join Marco and Cora. And
Just
technically
sitting out
Key.
here.
Yeah.
Everyone's just
sitting
a-
out
Key,
outside.
has Key
Mar-
gone, everyone's not here, where are they? Just-
He
Just-
wandered a bit and found eventually. And is Ithri present?
I think A3's just working on his stuff.
Ithri's
Okay.
gonna come back and be like, what the
Zoned
hell is
out.
everybody?
Yeah.
Just vibing.
Um Karina has made whatever this is. Takes the lid off.
That would be up to whatever Cora commissioned.
I didn't say something specific.
We'll assume Cora did. I just skipped over the
Okay.
details in this name of expediency, but why don't you tell us what's being served?
What? Oh no! How dare you?
Spaghetti.
Making his favorite food, quick!
Spaghetti Arabian.
Spicy spaghetti.
No. It would be something more akin to Junko's favorite food.
It would be a typical Corvanian dish, like something with like some like a roasted mackerel, maybe. Do they have mackerel here?
There would be no getting your hands on
Fresh fish in the
mackerel here.
desert.
There would be
No
river
fish?
You can get river
Okay,
fish.
some kind of
but
like roasted fish, no mushrooms, with some rice, with a nice sauce. I don't know, something fancy. I don't eat at fancy fucking restaurants. I don't know how to make this fancy.
I've seen your boat sushi.
Oh, you want a
There-
fucking
okay.
boat sushi?
I'll-
No, I've seen your
I'll
boat
bail you out.
sushi.
I honestly only threw it on Ash because I was
'Cause you're an
myself
asshole.
scared to
What
figure
do you
something out.
mean it's not
There would be,
all
like,
pancakes?
There would be
Pork pancakes.
like some two sushi rolls. There would be like a really ornately decorated teriyaki fish and dish. I don't have names, but there would be like rice, some kind of like miso related palate cleanser.
So, Rena's really impressed by you, and yeah,
I tried to get her to read. It did not go well. I am not good at teaching people how to read.
I think
I decided I got her a book to show her how to read, and it went sideways because, newsflash, she can't read, which is okay. But I panicked, and then I tried to find baby books, and that also
you tried
didn't
to
go
give
well.
her baby books.
Well, like, sometimes when they teach you how to read or another language, they have the alphabet and then like pictures with said alphabet. It did not go well. And
I
then
mean, I guess that's better than you trying to read her the nice romantic read we had the other day. The necromancy book would have been an interesting call.
yeah, that would have been real bad. Real bad.
Well, she's very impressed with you. What was the word Marco used? I don't know, maybe I just got like the very hint of a slight, I think he said infatuated. Maybe it's the beginnings of that.
You can admire somebody without wanting
Yeah.
anything more. Like,
I told her it was a conversation between the two of you, but
oh, don't
I
put
wouldn't
that on
judge.
me.
well, I mean, first step in redemption. Do something to prove them, or to prove to you that you can do things that are your choice. Like I'm doing.
This-
Oh, and yeah, she, I said I'd help her set up a stall here if she wanted, or travel with us if she wanted. So, you guys can have that conversation before some other time.
I think where we're going, it is too dangerous for her. Maybe before we leave desert?
Was it too dangerous for
Entirely?
you when you left home?
I was trained to be a weapon.
But before that,
That's all I've ever known.
And she can't be trained.
They could, but does she want to be a weapon?
I think she wants to be a chef right now. And she said money was making her happy, so
Does she charge for this? And she'll point at the food and then like take a bite.
oh yeah.
Good. Good, 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 good.
Maybe we send her for a day with Marco. Marco will teach her about getting coin.
Oh.
I hear that's what he's been doing down at the bar.
With sticky fingers or earning it?
Haven't gone to find out. Not sure I want to.
Yeah, he goes to the bar every day just to steal.
Every day, just so like,
Look.
silver. One
He
for
has a
me?
free pass. He's helped me with this, okay?
He also said
I
to
might
not
have-
mention him.
I might have had I might have had quite a bit of stuff to drink answering questions and then just got brave, I guess, and asked him, and he asked us what we'd done, and I said I'd given you these gems and they were the color of our eyes, and he said, how did you react? And I said, I don't know, because you were kidnapped.
I looked at them all the time when I was in Saragarda. It reminded me what to come back to. Thank you. And I'm gonna take those gems and I'm gonna pocket them. Except for the ones of my eyes. I'll take Medora's eyes of gems.
And so I know Karina's a very good cook, but Cora was so excited to help us with this. And I convinced her. She even pinky promised me she wouldn't spy on us with the halo on this time.
But you put us in a dimensional room.
Yeah, she can't spy on us. She's waiting to hear, but she can't spy on us. So
Hard cut to outside, Cora with her ear against the tent. I can't
Yeah.
hear anything.
Marco, I can't hear anything. Are you supposed to be
Marco
able to hear
dragging her
something?
back.
You think if I cast message, they'll hear it?
So Cora asked you about rice pudding the other day, and I guess we're gonna find out how well that went.
That makes so much sense now.
And the rice pudding, I believe, was
She rolled an 18, I
Pretty-
think, or something, right?
yeah,
It was, yeah. The rice pudding ended up being really good for an untrained, never done this before attempt.
I mean, to be fair, Cora did invent pancakes, so
That is, well,
Rice
that
pudding,
is
pancakes, same
technically
thing.
true. Yeah,
I
unfortunately,
think
that
you'll
is,
get
yeah.
away with not having to immediately say Selene when you walk out, because she's waiting for a full review of this rice pudding.
oh, I'm gonna try it.
Medora's gonna try it and just not look, because she's like, I don't want to influence.
So, where the meal from Karina was like very complex and nuanced, this is simple. It's a straightforward dish. She didn't reinvent the wheel with this one. She just did a really good job and presented. It's not pretentious. It's not trying to be some compilation of things. It's rice pudding, and it's good. It's very
Rice-
like nostalgic.
I would
Yeah.
assume it had with more of a tang because of goat milk.
No, she tracked
she did?
down real milk. It
I had
actually
to
would have been
pay
camel milk,
extra for
but she
it.
paid extra to get her hands on cow's milk.
I feel like Cora is determined for us to at least see where this goes.
Not good. with words, but me too.
While we're sharing, I've been trying to work out how to do this, but the other day I woke up and I had a nightmare slash vision slash dream, or I don't really know what the word is anymore, but everything shattered and I saw the patron I believe is guiding me with magic. And I thought I was like those. I thought I was casting me, but I had a tattoo when I was younger on my shoulder, and I'd forgotten. But it's now here, and she's just going to show Junko an intricately realistic looking octopus with black tentacles and blue and red.
Did your patron
And-
give this to you?
I think my patron has some influence on time. Or I say some. I know my patron has a lot of influence on time. I think that's what I am influenced by. And so I think they have been. Meddling's the wrong word, but doing things out of the order I've seen. Because I can do this. And she's going to close her eyes and focus her energy. And puts her hand on her hip. And the tattoo starts to move. And the tentacles wrap around her wrist. And then
Doing this now?
she holds up. Yep.
It's an excuse to get naked, Askell.
It's not. I'm still dressed.
Showing you
on
my
my hip.
body art.
It's no longer on her body. It's sat on her hand.
Junko's gonna take it and like throw it against the wall. I'm just kidding.
This is so
Demon.
romantic.
Stab.
Demon.
I haven't worked out what else happens. Medora just sort of looks down at this little octopusy thing. This is like, but that part I've worked out. I don't really know how to tell the others.
Cuts to Cora and Marco. I bet they're doing some freaky shit right now.
What does that mean? What's freaky stuff?
Have you named it yet?
Well, a name sort of just was in my head. Volito. I don't know what it means. Volito.
Volito.
But for now, that I guess that's where we're at, and I need to work out. But I think this is where the power has been channeled through. I mean, I spent a long time thinking about this, and it's very strange, but I don't know how to tell Key this one. I know you think Key might be weird about your name change, but I just about managed to get Key to forget about the demon incident. I don't think this is going to help. So maybe I help you with your path and maybe help.
Yeah, I can help. Can I call it Bubbles?
I mean, it didn't. Sure.
It's like a little void octopus, right? Yeah, I think Bubbles is perfect.
So far, no reaction. Are you okay if I? Yeah, I'm just gonna
Slap that back on.
and like closes her eyes and just. It explains why it moved, but also I think I can do much more than I thought I can. I think Bolito will help me learn. So
Bolito will help you learn too. Or should I say Bubbles? Junko
Hey.
smiles.
I'm not gonna say Bubbles,
That's okay.
at least in that context. But unless there's a consequence, you are more than welcome to.
Someone gonna get tentacle slapped.
You had opportunity, and I left it hanging for a second.
I was trying to give you the scene. There will be time for re-educating.
Also, I was trying to not give
the
Nexa
future.
excuses for Marcos to make comment
What about what?
tentacles and things.
I
No,
did
that's
anyways.
Me. That's me.
So, well, that's probably the only thing that I was. Anyway, I guess what I'm saying is that I would like to be able to spend time with you and maybe redemption and learning happens more, but simultaneously. I don't want to wait. We could die any mission that we take. If any of these fire, what are they called now? If Freety they were, or something else now.
In world, the name has not changed. That's a retcon. It has to be.
There can be anywhere. Like Key's enemy, Ayu's, Zumoy, Alessio,
Hungry hippo.
the Hungry Hippo. Any of them could kill us, and I don't want to wait just because everything might resolve and then not do anything because I'm scared.
I understand. I don't know how to word it. But I would like to see where it leads. Short.
And now you have a choice. This
Between-
room will last till the morning. We have most of the pillows. We can either stay here until morning, in which case Marco will talk, and
Marco will go to work.
and gossip
might
at
have some-
work.
unavoidable questions. Mostly from Cora, and she's your sister of a sort.
I would like to stay in a tent. However, I don't want to answer questions.
We can stay here till the morning and maybe keep checking to see if they fall asleep and sneak out. Or we can go now, and I believe I saw Key coming in as I shut the door for the last time. So there's 4 of them out there.
Okay.
We're not in the tent. We're sitting like outside the tent, I thought.
Yeah.
Smoking, watching the tent, so you have double privacy, 2 rooms
partially
Inception.
Might be
restraining
watching the
those,
tent.
Cora, who may be trying to get into the
Yeah.
tent.
But I would hand that off to Key, and then if Ithri comes back, maybe, and then go to work in the pub.
It's 10 p.m. now. I'm inclined to think Ithri's probably
Oh, yeah.
come back, but
It's whatever. I
But-
just didn't want to interrupt.
and as a small note, Karina probably made like some takeout dishes for the rest of you guys to
Oh yay!
have for
Oh,
dinner.
that's so nice of her.
Not what the ladies are eating, but
Yeah.
she brought you
And
some
she's charging
McDonald's.
us every time we take something. It's like writing it up.
In that case, Medora's gonna put the pillows in like a sort of big pile. Put the table like of food is gonna get pushed next to the door so that if someone did try and sneak in, they would fall over it. And yeah.
So we're staying till morning. This is out of game question. Yeah. Okay.
Give me something to fade to black on, and I will fade to black.
Well,
At
nothing
least smooth.
nefarious is
Are-
gonna
like,
happen.
I just- I
Um,
guess, what are you guys going to do?
Now they're doing hardcore drugs.
You don't have to be explicit. Do not be explicit,
Yeah,
but like,
yeah. No.
Um,
I think
I know you dream. Would it
Oh.
help if I... Do you want me to give you space to sleep? Or would you like to hold you?
second option, but if you get hit, it's not my fault. Ravik's being a dick.
Let me move the weapons.
You
Mindora will
just
take
make sure
all of the
this
weapons
is a
and put
safe
them well away.
area.
Lie down and just essentially open her arms for Junko to be Little Spoon.
Oh. Oh yeah, because Medora's pretty tall, huh?
I think I'm like, you're what, 5 what?
bold of you to think she's over 5 foot.
She
She's-
I
is.
drew everyone
What?
the other week.
Yeah, she's 5 what?
She knows.
She's
She's
5.
I don't
you,
see it right
5'1"?
here. It's like 5'2", 5'3".
I'm 5'3".
Medora's
I think you're
5'7".
5'2".
Yeah, Junko's 5'2".
Because you were 1 inch shorter than me, I think.
Yeah.
So I've got like 5 inches height.
Oh, it's
extra.
perfect for Little Spoon.
Exactly. This is why you're Little Spoon.
You just feel muscle. Tense muscle because she's like never done this
Jungle-
before.
Hey,
Yeah.
if you panic and leave me off you, just say.
No, it's okay. I'll fall asleep eventually.
Good night, Selene.
Good night, Medora.
And I can fade to black on that. And on that note, as we fade to black, is everyone else good if we move forward to morning?
Do you want me to do the Hogan thing this night while I'm working, or the next day? Either ways.
Oh, I guess it would have to be tonight because you're not going to be working tomorrow night.
Oh, I guess because we have to leave in the morning, right?
Not in the morning, but close enough in the day, yeah. Okay, so we'll come back with that because I think it's about time we have a little break. In the meantime, chat, I would encourage you to hydrate, stretch, and we'll see you shortly in a few minutes. Take care. So we pick up. Marco has gone back into work.
This is a busy night.
Oh yes. Yeah, evenings are always busy.
It's popping.
I can give you some details in just a moment. I'm on the wrong tab, that's why. Desert of Desolation. Is it in the Sand Voyagers compound? Must be. There we go. Maybe. Yeah, okay. There are 11 patrons at present,
It's not too
including the dark elf individual that you've seen once or twice before. Rose is working, tending to as many as she like. This is the point this late at night when she really just can't spend too much time blabbing with you. She's too busy. So Marco, I guess the show is yours. What do you do?
Well, maybe I'm drying cleaning some glasses or whatever. And Hogan is behind the counter, or so like
yeah, Hogan works behind the counter, sort of assisting the bartender. I will also say, Marco, you have gotten to know Cookie.
Sorry, what? Who?
Cookie is the chef who operates in the kitchen.
Oh, wait, you have a. Do you want to show him, or is it just?
I think I did.
Because I swear I've seen a token for that person.
Yeah,
through the door
I
at
did.
some point.
Yep.
And I was like, what's that?
Oh no. Well, Cookie is a dwarf.
Is he my best friend now?
No.
Okay.
Cookie is intense.
Oh.
So much so that you've learned even Hogan sort of lets Cookie have his way on everything. We don't, like, rule 1, we don't argue with Cookie. If Cookie says something is being made a certain way, it's being made a certain way. If a patron ever's like, hey, can I send this back? I requested a medium well. You'd be like, sure. And you just bring him another whatever Cookie gives him. You don't tell Cookie you're sending it back. Rule 1, don't fuck with Cookie. Rule 2, see Rule 1.
Right. Okay, so if I have a chance to, slip by Hogan and whisper in his ear without anybody noticing, I'd be like, you get some pretty slick moves, eh, Shiloh? Like, while drying my tumblers or whatever.
Oh, that's how you're doing this.
Oh, yeah. How else would I be doing this?
Okay.
Don't make me roll for initiative.
I'm tempted.
No!
Just opening up a character sheet real quick. Don't mind me.
No.
Hogan sort of stiffens. Without turning to look at you, just continues very casually with what he's doing. You say something, Margot?
Don't worry, I'm not. Well, I heard some things, but I'm not, I'm not here to capitalize on that.
Little hard to hear too much right now.
Alright, do you want to go outside?
Rose, take over the bar. We're gonna step outside just for a second. Take a quick smoke.
Oh.
You smoke every hour.
I kept one.
Yeah, he'll step out into the back area with you, where the all the animal feed is kept, like in the back area behind the igloo.
Now, before you stab me,
go on.
At
some point, a knife has appeared in his hand, by the way.
Yeah.
And he's not smiling anymore.
I'm not here to cause trouble for you. Basically, if somebody like me can find out, other people can find out, and that makes me think you should probably tell Rose about your past. I'm worried, We're gonna be leaving tomorrow, and I'm not telling anybody. But I think you should be having a conversation with her, because that puts her in danger, and that puts you in danger.
Remind me, why did I bring you onto my staff?
Because I can mix what was it? Something sunset.
Right. It wasn't for your brains, was it?
More for my charm.
If you had any brains, you'd know not to say a name like that. In front of me. How much do you know?
Well, I thought I knew that was your past life, retirement. This is your new gig, running a tavern.
You thought it would be a good idea to bring that up.
Oh, well, I wanted to know,
Well, I was brought up hearing some things about curiosity and its unpleasant effects on cats in particular.
This cat has 9 lives, my friend.
Should we test that?
I'd rather not. I think
Smart
you
boy.
can trust me to keep my word.
Well, I thought I could trust you too, but that was real stupid bringing that up in the middle of the bar.
That's why I whispered it. And I didn't actually,
You're lucky that Dark Elf was looking the other way. Zorath Blackblade, he can read lips.
really.
Mm-hmm. And me, I can read lips too. I can also keep tabs on the things my niece is saying.
Really? But you're not doing a good job of that, are you?
Didn't say I'd stop it, just said I knew about it. Thought you were smarter. Marco, I've trusted you. You're alive because I've trusted you. You think I wouldn't have stepped in if I thought Rose dropping that old moniker the problem? She doesn't know who I was. Seems like you do. So let me tell you a story, kid. Because it wasn't all Shiloh Slick and his adventures robbing caravans and stealing from corrupt Andalonians. I'm looking for his cheat sheet. Just one moment.
I've only heard good things. I mean, you have a Medal of Honor for this town, basically, right? You must have
For
done
Shiloh
something pretty
Slick.
nice.
But what about Rory the Ransacker? You know that one?
No, I've never heard of him.
Hogan the Huckster?
Guess not.
Aldo Cella? That one you know.
That one I know?
That was a cutthroat in Glass Coast City.
Oh.
Famous for bumping off 3 different mob bosses and creating sort of a
vacuum?
power vacuum in the city that lasted even until present day.
Was that one active while I was in Glasgow City? Or would it
Yes,
have
that's
been
why
also...
you know that one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, actually, that one? Yes.
About Nigel Bruce. Sedgwick Paddington III? Fond of that one.
You've got around, eh?
I have. Shiloh Slick was my favorite, I suppose. Because I got to do some better things. I like that reputation. I used some of the feel-good inspiration from that to do something better with my life. I don't really want to go back to being a master of my craft, you know?
Right. Retirement, right? Have a nice place.
Happy retirement.
Yeah, happy Hogan.
Hmm? I deeply resent, and he has now lit a cigar. Anyone who takes that away from me or threatens it.
I didn't mean to threaten. I just meant be careful.
I'm careful. I would offer that advice back to you. Because all the skill with a sword in the world, all your fancy words and your panache, it's no good when someone cuts your throat in the night. You gotta have a brain, too. Tact. A sense of style. When to say something to someone. Puff. Smoke.
I've got Medora for that.
When to hold them and when to play them. You follow?
All right, I'm learning. Taking notes.
Why'd you bring it up?
It's the
What did you
last
think
night.
I was gonna do?
I just wanted to tell you that, maybe Rose needs to learn some stuff, some tricks. You could teach her some...
Rose deserves a much better life than that of a master thief.
But it's still useful to know. Do you think Rose wants to be a waitress forever? What if she runs off and she hasn't got any skills to get around?
If Rose runs off, we can hope that she runs off to be a performer, maybe. A craftsperson. People who run off to be a thief don't end with happy lives. I'm trying to raise Rose better than that.
But didn't you just what? Is your life not happy? Happy Ogan?
How many people had to pay for this happiness? I don't regret it, don't get me wrong. But I don't want that on anyone else in my family.
So your way protecting is just different.
I want to make sure my niece doesn't end up hurting people. I don't think that's so selfish.
No. That makes a certain sense.
And
But
you,
teaching her things like keeping balance and, being perceptive doesn't have stuff to
your
do with being a thief.
movements are a little too clumsy for someone who was taught. You taught yourself, am I right?
I did. I watch and I copy.
Do you think you'd be here right now if you'd had someone you were close to, someone you trusted, who gave you a stable life?
Probably not. I'd be off working in some tavern in Andalor.
There you go.
I don't know
Rose
that that's...
isn't self-taught. Rose isn't floating in the wind. She's got me. And her dad, I guess. When he's around.
Simpler life.
Simpler does not mean lesser.
That's true for some people.
Zorath Blackblade is an assassin. Here because he's under the impression he might find a bounty he's been hunting for a decade.
Oh.
I don't imagine he'll be leaving
Hmm.
this oasis.
Need to get rid of a body?
Me? No, none of my business.
Because we got
What?
a hungry pet.
Did you just call Key a hungry pet?
No, I meant the hippogriff.
Oh, Okay.
Sure, I'm feeding him corpses.
glad we clarified that. You're a decent man. I like you. I think in my prime I would have been friends with you. And you probably would have made me feel bad about some of what I did.
You reckon? You get a good impression of me then.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll be off to save the world tomorrow.
Save the world, Dangerous business. Make sure you keep that brain turned on. Watch what you
I'll
say
try.
and around whom.
Got nothing to lose.
You know, I reckon maybe I got something that might benefit you more than it'll benefit me.
Oh, now we're talking. I'd also not mind if you keep me some of these, for the way.
Don't push your luck. Those are expensive. And this he wasn't wearing it. You're not even sure where he got the damn ring that's now in his hand. This is a liability. Why don't
Ending
you
of-
take it, Slick?
Oh, all right. Thank you. Didn't think I'd get proposed to tonight.
It's hang on, I gotta find it now.
Side quest.
Oh no. It still exists in Pathfinder 2, right? Oh shit. Okay, there's a lot of rings. Hang on, let me narrow it down. Shit, it doesn't exist in Pathfinder. Okay.
No.
So I will remind me and I will make it during the week so you
So
can
I'll
add it
just
to your
have to
inventory.
Find out
But
what it is first.
I'm gonna tell you.
Oh.
Looking at the ring, you can see that there is a stylized double S. Oh no. We'll just say a stylized single S emblazoned on the inside.
Getting Yeah,
Just one.
let's do that
Let's
one.
stick with just the one. This ring once per day will allow you to cast a 4th rank invisibility spell.
Nice. Wow. Okay, that's cool.
I'd give you the other trappings, but he flips the dagger around so that he's holding it by the blade. Offers it to you.
What? I get my own. You're just gonna flip it away anyways.
Oh,
if I
take
try
the
to
damn
take it.
knife. Take it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm taking it.
You take it, and it immediately flips back to his hand.
Ah, okay. You see, I told you.
Some things you just gotta stick with the originals. And he'll sheath it. And even as he sheaths it, you notice that the sheath, the hilt of the blade, the whole thing just vanishes from sight, like
Oh.
camouflage, as he puts it in.
Very cool. Well, I'm putting the ring on. I'll be keeping the name too.
Good. Good. Maybe if some people hear about certain happenings away from here, it'll do me and Rose a little favor too.
I make sure to make it flashy. Don't worry.
You're a good kid. Fine. One more. He'll pass you a cigar. For the sake of being able to talk the rest of the day, I'm going to wrap that there. As you guys
Yeah.
enjoy like just a little quiet chatter. At some point, Rose is like, "You motherfucker! I've been in here for 30 goddamn minutes. There are more patrons. What are you doing out there?" But you can add, if you have a place where you're tracking your contacts, you can make note that Happy Hogan Underwood
Okay,
is now
yeah,
a friend.
there is a thing in allies on the character
Mhm.
sheet.
You can count him as
Heck yeah.
a friend. And you can add the name Shiloh Slick to an alias of your own, if you'd like.
Well, just Slick,
Unfortunately,
right? Marco
the
Slick.
Shiloh Slicer has to stay with its master for now.
Wow. Wouldn't he be just Slick though?
No, Shiloh
What?
Slick is the
Oh,
name
okay.
is Zorro.
Oh, okay.
His real name isn't actually Shiloh. Nor is it.
Yeah, I
Logan.
mean, okay, yeah, I got that after all, but he's much cooler than I thought he would be.
Which one? Sedgwick Paddington III? He's pretty cool. For reference, that is related to an adventure in which he disguised himself as a gnome for 3 years to infiltrate a society.
Oh wow, okay. How old is this guy?
You know, looking at him, he looks to be like in his 50s if he were a human. Halflings can live up to 200 years. Even for a halfling, he looks like he's only in his 50s. But for that many names and reputations, this man must be significantly older than he looks.
Oh, okay. I'm just taking notes. You can move along if
Sure.
you like.
Okay.
Sorry.
With that being the case, I think we're going to move forward to the final day. It is 8 a.m. The sun has risen. Valkyrie, this is an open question to all of you. What do you want to do?
Ithri's still got work to do.
What?
Ithri's still got work to do. He's got
But it's
one day left of stuff.
We leave tonight.
Okay.
This
Okay.
is why we extended,
Leave
right?
till it was like cooler anyway, right?
Yeah. Okay. So setting out at dusk.
Yep.
So is there anything you guys want to cover? Let's, in the morning. At some point, they must have come out because Medora and Junko are cuddled up by the wall of the tent.
Well,
Oh
it'd be
no!
it'd be Marco's tent.
Well, I didn't go in there. I slept in the communal tent,
Oh,
obviously.
classy
I'd-
man.
I'd be
Yeah.
in the
What do you mean? I
community
thought Marco
tent.
slept with in Rose's room.
Oh,
What?
I mean,
No, kidding. Unless you don't want it to be kidding.
Roll stealth for in the week.
Then I will say this: Medora and Junko, you awaken on your own, still close in Marco's tent. Weirdly, it still smells like cologne and not
I
unpleasant.
feel like.
but
Do you feel like he had to come back because we nicked all the pillows out the other tent? He's just
No.
come back and been like, oh,
He's fine.
gone to get the pillow that you wanted.
He came back real late that night.
it is clear though that you were left alone. Somewhere in the other tent, Cora has been chained to the central tent support. Kidding. Joking. No, she didn't need to be, but
Like she.
it might be
couldn't escape
surprising
if
to
we
discover she
tried.
wasn't manacled. What do you guys do when you see Junko and Medora out and about in the morning? I say you guys. Apparently, Ithri's probably already gone, wrapping up
Morning.
his.
He says on the way out.
We,
No.
if I created the door at dusk, it only lasts 8 hours, so we
Mhm.
would have been. Yeah.
But
I
you
guess
can be
out.
asleep and still transition, right?
Right. That it doesn't necessarily wake you up. So assuming you were sleeping, like you'd get a full night's rest. You just where you wake up is not where you went to sleep.
Junko's gonna be on the lookout for Cora.
Hey, do you want me to hold off bullying you, Selene, in front of Dora and the others until you're ready? Or are you ready now?
I think it would be better to ask them first to call me that.
Okay. No nightmares?
Same grave. No Revik.
Cora would hold up a cup of tea. Morning.
Medora's going to go
Junko
and give
like instant mask up.
Would Junko be
Medora's going
blushing?
straight
Yep.
over to give Dora a hug.
This may be the first
Uh,
time any of the rest of you have seen like color to Junko's face behind the mask.
Even in the desert?
Hey, Cora.
Mhm.
She's gonna try and use some words to describe the pudding. But let's just say she looked happy. And thank you for more than that.
Cora like nods and brings the cup up to her face and is like hiding a very big smile. And she's trying to drink at the same time, so it's like
Does Cora have one of those oversized like a soup mug,
yeah. Just-
but like wider, like that
Yeah.
tall, but like spread out?
Cora, it tasted like home. Thank you.
Good taste for Junko.
You're welcome.
Medora's just gonna like go over to Marco and be like, hey. Do you do hugs?
Huh?
Do you hug people? Do you like hugs? I don't want to just hug you if you were going to be weird about it.
You're making this weird. You just
Just
hug
wanna say-
people. You
Okay.
don't. He
Thank
hugs
you.
you.
We're hugging? Cora
Oh,
joins
what have you
in.
done?
Oh no! Does Cora just dogpile the hug?
Like she could be
Just,
anywhere in the oasis, and Cora would like sense this and come running with her monk speed.
That's when or she gets her wings for that, just like airdrop.
They know when
While
to come in.
famous
hug
for her
goes in,
invention of
and as you get
pancakes,
there,
lesser known is Cora also invented the glump.
yeah, Medora will hug Marco.
Cora's
I
there
don't-
too.
I don't know what you mean. I haven't done anything.
Yes, you did. You helped with the date, says Cora from below in the hug somewhere.
Is Cora way taller? Oh,
no,
actually.
she's shorter. She's 5'3".
Oh.
And like 15 feet away, Key is just like blankly smiling, like, this is neat. Just taking it in, like, I don't understand, but
Is
okay.
he cold-blooded?
These humans are weird.
Yes.
So then
Iroxy
maybe he
are
thinks we're
cold-blooded.
just sharing warmth.
Yeah. Oh, they must be cold.
Weird with how hot it is, but you know what? Maybe that's just a human thing.
Well,
It's weird.
Marco is a heat source, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that makes absolutely sense. You know what? He might think that some of you have eggs and are like in need of hatching them. Like that's you need the heater.
We need to incubate.
That might be. I'll have to let Blaze know. That feels like
Please,
something
God,
that
don't.
Blaze would be like, yes, this.
God.
You did do something. You, I guess, gave me enough of a story of your own that I decided that I wanted to be brave, and the gems that I said I didn't know how she reacted to. It's good.
see, the gems were all you, and I saw you disregarded my rule of no alcohol.
Can we just agree that alcohol can sometimes be a good thing?
Right.
And you don't comment on it. Was her idea.
Awesome.
This hug is nice.
We compromise.
This is a
Is
tactical
Zuko just,
hug.
like, is
Tactical
Zuko just
hug.
staring at them?
Just look at my.
Yeah, it was good.
Look how happy Junko is.
Yeah, Junko would have snuck out of the room during this, like,
Oh, she's gone.
exchange. She's too embarrassed.
And meanwhile, there's just Ithri, alone, unhugged, but happy for you all the same.
Eating our breakfast.
Also
Ithri had
that. Yeah, like, well, they don't want the
Actually,
bacon. That's for me.
You know, I have a feeling I should go talk to Ithri about something. I'm not sure what, but I'm sure I could come up with it on the way there.
I don't even know who's talking right now, Cora or Ashley.
Yeah, both.
Do you want a scene there, or do you want me to move forward?
I'll check on Ithri.
Okay,
Ting,
well,
ting,
that's now
ting,
happening.
ting.
This is Ithri working on his own stuff now, right?
Yeah, Ithri's actually working on his
Oh.
own hammer now. He saved it till last.
Oh, Ithri,
Hello. Ting, ting,
can I
ting,
watch?
ting. Yeah? I'm sorry
Okay.
I didn't get to make you anything.
Oh, that's okay. I don't need anything.
No, you don't, do you? Do you want me to explain it, or are you happy to just...
If you want to.
I mean,
I just had a feeling that I should come be with you.
Oh,
Smiles.
thank you.
The hug sensor went off.
Just
You're in a
to
good
note,
mood.
Ithri, internally, you feel something suddenly very uncomfortable, trying to wrestle with unknown emotions from Cora.
It is a good night. Morning.
Everything went well then, I take it. I
I made some
presume so.
good rice pudding, and also yes.
Did you?
Yeah.
Don't know that I've had rice pudding.
I haven't either.
Did Cora
I
do
mean, you
that
must have
thing
tried
that
it when
Ash
you-
does, where she like made the rice pudding but kept a secret secondary container with a little bit for the house?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Are you gonna
Uh-huh.
try some?
Okay.
sure.
I guess
Who's
it's a
putting up?
favorite Corvanian dish.
Just made in her Tupperware container.
Yeah. Always keep Tupperware. It's pretty good.
Adorable. Yeah.
What?
I mean, yeah. I'll try
It's
it.
very. Yeah. Try it.
And it looks just like
Rice pudding,
lumpy
like
white
porridge.
blonde
Lumpy
right?
slime.
Ithri's probably just like, this is the least excited he's been to have any food since.
Gotta say,
leaving
rice
home.
pudding, the way it looks does not line up with the way it tastes.
No, oh no, I'm familiar.
That is
yeah.
an unattractive looking dish.
Yeah.
For how good it is.
Yeah, whoever invented that the first time must have gone, oh my god, what have I done? And then tried it and gone, oh, Oh,
Oh,
actually.
it's not bad.
Neat.
Oh, okay. If I close my eyes, this is fine. I think
Ithri,
actually,
why are you closing your
I
eyes,
think
Ithri?
Ithri might have actually been like, if I close my eyes, this is fine.
That's an invention that reeks of somebody who didn't have the ingredients they wanted at hand, so they improvised.
Yeah.
It
Can't
happened
make
by
it.
accident. A cupboard was open and just went.
Someone
Pretty
mixed
good,
up
right?
rice and porridge. I mean, I wouldn't throw it away. It's not my. Yeah, I mean, it's nice, but it's not my kind of. It's not my kind of thing.
It's not really
don't
mine
like-
either. I
no.
like a bit more sweet.
Yeah, I like deep flavors.
Deep.
Mm.
like stones or
Cora's trying to
Places.
figure out what that
Rocks.
means.
Ithri is a Goron, confirmed.
Rocks.
Yeah, salt is a rock.
That's
Yeah,
true. I bet
that's
dwarves
true.
love that shit.
They just have a salt lick.
Yeah.
Gotta
Okay,
get your
no-
salt intake.
No. Oh no. If Cora shows up to
Uh.
Ithri one day with a salt lick, I am so sorry.
I got this for you, Ithri.
That's wicked.
Anyway, we're leaving tonight, so I didn't have anything else to do, so
Cool.
I
I
just figured I'd
will be done by
keep you
dusk. So.
company.
Oh, thank you. It's appreciated. But I'm used to working on my own, so I don't mind it. But thank you. I like it. I like having you around. It's good.
what are you doing there?
Well, and then Ithri will just.
What about
I was
that?
wondering how far that was gonna go. Like, is Ashlo gonna now
See-
research the process of forging, or
But this isn't forging. I would know how to describe that, but this is changing runes, which
Nice
Ashley
flex, by
doesn't
the
know
way.
how.
I love this for you.
Yeah.
Okay,
If he
Fair
wouldn't forge here, he'd need more equipment.
that's fair.
Yeah.
Okay, so
yeah.
with that being said, the day passes, and it's like the last day of vacation. You know, where you're like, I know we gotta go do work.
Summer vacation's
miss
over
this. This was
soon.
nice. Yeah. I guess this summer break is over.
I will also add to anyone who spent time with Ithri doing his thing, is probably the happiest Ithri's looked in a while. Well, maybe not happiest, but like
Oh no!
Manically.
maybe not happiest, but like the most zen, I think is a better term.
At peace.
Ithri's just
fulfilled,
fucking vibing with
serene.
his tools.
This day is bittersweet, as each of you does their best to like hang on to these last traces before things get unpleasant again. Karina shows up near evening time, with a basket full of food. This one, it's amazing. Junko didn't teach her these. She's got a bunch of travel safe food items wrapped
Aw.
individually for you guys.
Little toothpaste
Oh,
and
Oh yeah,
little
I forgot to
soaps.
ask. Are you staying behind? Sorry, I've been a bit busy.
I have a home now, and I want to try cooking for others. But I mean, you'll be back when you find the princess, right?
Yeah,
She
I
looks
really liked that
Hopefully,
dish.
in particular at Junko.
Yeah, I figured.
You'll
Yeah,
be
I just
back?
really liked that dish and was hoping you'd be cooking for us on the way. But it's good. You will be back.
Now she frowns. I would, you know,
You would.
cook for you.
I thank you. Maybe get some practice in, and we'll chat about that when we're back. I was
Yeah, she really
mostly
needs the
joking.
Yeah.
practice.
Yeah,
That feels like
that
Ithri
wasn't-
recognizing, uh-oh, this is a threat. I'm the good
Yeah,
cook. But yeah, you keep practicing, kiddo.
no. That was more Ithri going, fuck, what am I supposed to do with this responsibility? You stay here and practice.
Oh yeah, like if Ithri convinces her to come with us, Medora's gonna be like, your responsibility now.
Exactly.
know what? I think Ithri is the most equipped to protect a level 1 NPC too in the party, in
Oh,
fairness.
protect. Yeah, Medora's not interested.
Yeah.
Physically,
Medora,
but emotionally.
even if she were interested, I don't know if Medora has the ability to like keep a person alive. Medora is a different kind of caster.
I mean,
Yeah, that's between Cora
I
and
already
E3 to
read
keep
it.
her alive.
Oh man.
Put her in the
I
chalk
am
room every
gonna
encounter.
give
I'll add
her-
it to my list of people to keep alive.
I hate escort quests. Escort quests. Let's not do it.
Says
That's
the
cool.
man
Would
who
I
took like
have-
3 different feats for using his shield to protect other people.
Would I have any idea how much money a good food store would make in like a month?
So let's take a look at the earn income macro.
Are you patronizing this lady?
No.
Patronizing.
Pay protection money or else we're gonna destroy the stall.
Earn income.
Yeah, I
let's
meant patronizing, not patronizing.
So, for a normal trained individual in what they're doing in a place like this, you'd expect them to make about like 7 silver a day. At her level of proficiency with cooking, you'd probably expect something closer to a gold a day.
She'll be cooking for the main man within a month.
By the time you get back, she very well might. Hell,
I-
she might have married him by the time you get back.
Oh god.
With that
I'm
kind of
gonna
food.
give her 20 gold.
I challenge anyone who says they wouldn't marry somebody who could cook like Gordon Ramsay on a dime. Anyway,
I give her 20 gold.
you don't have to.
Not if it makes you uncomfortable. Think of it as an investment. I give you 20 gold now, and when we come back, you give me 20 gold back.
You
And
give
maybe-
me 40.
Maybe
You
give us a
see her-
tour of everything you want.
Biting
Or
her
you've
lip
done.
really hard, trying not to cry. You've done so much.
And look, if it works for you, I freed you. Maybe you help the next. But you can't do that unless you have a way of, I guess, employing. So, 20 gold for now. And if I pass this way again and you're in a position to do so, pay me back. And if not, feed me. It'll do.
And like
Oh,
as you're
feed
about to
Ithri.
leave, as like that's
I'd like
your-
it if
when
she
this is
fed all of
concluded
us.
and you're starting to walk away, she actually calls after you. Why? Why me? Why did you? Why? And
As
like
if
she's
someone had
fighting it,
given
but
me-
the tears are flowing.
I
Not sad
almost
tears.
became what he was to you. I would have been no better than until I made the choice. Eventually, I would have been the person to essentially wield the whip, and I refuse. And I guess I am my own person now, and I want to do this. You just happened to be the person in front of me when I realized that.
Thank you. I'll make it count. Take good care of everyone.
Party leader.
And on that note, I think it's go time.
Yeah.
We
Camel.
have to now roll encounter checks and stuff again, and then we move one little square, and then you roll encounter checks again.
Well, back to the desert map. Oh, please tell me it's still set up.
It's very
I mean,
dark.
it's still got all my squiggles on it.
Anybody
Yeah.
remember where the Colosseum thing was we're supposed to go
So,
to?
amphitheater. And you
Ah.
were given directions. They said if you follow the Sand Voyager's track, continue northwest until there's a split. There's an older path that will go straight, almost straight south toward the rocky foothills that you can kind of see from like in this vicinity, in this direction. You can see there's foothills. You're told follow the track until you hit the foothills and you will see the amphitheater. And pretty much everyone you talk to has some version of no one has ever come back from there. Don't go.
Oh,
This
it's
is
fine.
insane. This is
How-
madness.
How many days of travel do we expect? Like from what they told us, how far it is?
2
Was it-
days.
Oh, okay. It's not. Oh, I guess
It's not
2
that
days.
far. Honestly,
I mean, 2
if
days
you
in
could
the
fly,
desert.
you could make it in 1 day. But
I forgot to talk to them.
okay.
How many camels do we have now? Have we been given enough?
So you will have fresh camels if you want, or the ones that you own would be well cared for. One of your camels is now redundant. Junko, what do you want to do with your camel?
So we need one for Shadala? Yeah.
I mean, a pack camel would be nice. You could potentially. I think you were using a pack camel since your tents collectively are like 200 pounds.
Yeah. Pack camel. Carmel is the new pack camel.
We did lose one though.
Mm-hmm. I think you
was-
had a pack camel, so now you would effectively have 2 pack camels that are not agonizingly overburdened.
Right.
No, we.
Oh,
No,
right. No,
well-
2 of you were sharing to have a pack camel. So now you don't have to double up if you don't want. You could have 1 pack camel, and each person has their own, except Junko, who can fly. You can fly. You can fly. You can fly.
Oh, I'll probably be
Oh
like
yeah.
in the air scouting.
I was going to say, I think it's safe to say Junko is now always doing the scouting action. And I will be accounting for your height, well, your elevation, for purposes of getting lost or not, and for encounter distances if there are to be encounters. How exciting! We're actually moving.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I love White Palm Oasis, but
I think I might have left the coffee on. Can we go back?
Never
As
even
you
got to look
are-
at the white palm.
as
Should've
you are
done some
departing,
sightseeing.
passing back through, like, remember there were the ribbon banners or the barriers. You find that an individual waits for you, mounted on a Judean lancer horse, a black, light armored stallion. You see Hassan. And his honor guard, but they're kind of keeping back so he can talk to you. He rides to approach you. You are determined in this course of action,
Of course.
and you believe you will find my Shadala.
That's the plan.
Then go with the blessings of Anu. May Anu protect you and
Thanks, Anu.
grant you speed and safety.
Hassan,
Know that you carry all of my hopes with you now.
that's a lot of pressure, Hassan. If we find her and she's dead, I will give you my condolences now.
She is not.
Just
You didn't have to say it like that. Jeez.
for our sake, I hope she's not. But
She is not.
okay. Just wanted all of us to be braced, just in case.
Travel well. And he'll just kind of turn his mount and ride back into the camp.
This is my first mission to rescue a princess. Do you really think she's dead?
No,
Man, this is like straight out of one of Korra's storybooks, to be honest. Like riding to the
Like
deadly
this,
den
that
of
isn't
evil
how
to
it's
save
supposed
the
to
princess.
be. She's supposed to
Yeah.
be alive.
But
She'll be in a
It's-
castle. There'll be a dragon.
it's just in case, Cora, because we don't know what we're walking into. And to crush him later would be far worse than to brace him now.
I disagree.
Want to crush him later instead of now?
No, I
No.
mean, if it was me, I'd want the hope for as long as possible.
Oh,
No, it's to brace yourself in case the worst happens. But I guess I think differently.
It's okay. I think
Well-
he's still got hope.
I think she's still alive too.
I don't think she's dead. There's no reason to kidnap her and kill her.
Noting the difference between alive versus not dead.
Let's just
That's an interesting distinction. I don't disagree with it.
Let's just make sure that we don't kill her if she isn't already.
Is this Curse of Strahd?
Yeah.
Like, you could never be too sure, and Junko's not the happy one of the bunch. So, you know.
I have a problem. I can't find my desert cheat sheet. Well,
Sounds like
that's
a
fine.
big
We
problem.
worked out that you could move four hexes per day. So in this case, 2 because you're just doing the evening travel. As you set out once more, you can see the air lancers above circling, and for long, they're gray specks in the dark, and then they're not visible at all. And onward you ride. Pazuzu, by the way, is not the most comfortable mount. It's not uncomfortable per se, but there's always this sensation like you could slip off. It's precarious. Like walking a line.
Gotta get a saddle for him.
He has one. That's with the saddle.
Oh gosh. That's uncomfortable.
Need a better saddle.
It's okay.
And as you
That's a feature, not
travel
a bug.
on and
I don't know about
the
that.
sun sets completely, and it starts to get a little cold. You can see that the Guardian is almost gone. It's just a sliver, while the Sleeper is growing. Will be full in another day or two.
Can I do a check?
On
I want to look for the other moon, the third one. See if it's around, hiding. the bushes.
Or hiding like behind a rune or something. I
Yeah.
loved that detail, by the way. I laughed
Yeah.
out loud when I noticed it was hiding.
Hiding anywhere, or
It was just
anything,
creeping.
anything weird. Yeah.
Let's see. Oh,
Like I
God.
just searched the sky for a while. I've got time. Do you want me to roll a blind perception, or are you rolling?
No, that was something else. You
The
go ahead.
fuck? Okay. Random encounter.
Moon picks a fight with you.
The moon just punches me in the face. Ah!
Stop looking for me. I'm
Stop
hiding.
looking.
Does the moon roll
Perception.
stealth?
Yeah, roll stealth
Yeah.
for the moon. Is this Seek? Yeah. I assume.
I'm not
But
even
to
sure this
see
should
the
be
moon.
perception as much as it should be. Like, do you have
What?
astronomy lore or?
Oh God, no.
I would go so far as to call this nature. I'm sorry, no, survival. I would call this a blind survival.
Okay. If this doesn't go well, I'm gonna bring Key into this. Cover track, sense direction, subsist track, unspecified. We'll say.
Unspecified.
Subsist. What the fuck is that? Oh shit! It didn't roll blind. Was it supposed to be
Correct.
blind?
You want to try that again?
Sorry. I thought it would do it automatically.
Second time's the charm.
Yep.
You should know by now. Nothing is automatic.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Up
I mean,
there.
it's
Huh?
difficult because on a good day, you don't really know where the dark moon could be seen. Well,
Right.
could be sensed rather, because it's never seen. You just aren't sure. You
Key?
certainly aren't aware of it hiding somewhere.
Key? Help me look for the moon.
But Key will confirm that he also doesn't sense the lost,
Okay.
the dark moon. And eventually you reach a point where there are mountains to the north, craggy foothills to the south. I won't call this a pass per se, but it's kind of a pass. The Athos River Valley is directly adjacent to the trail you're following. You guys set up camp here.
Isn't this the worst place to set up a camp between two higher positions?
It is, but you'd have to go for probably another 3 to 4 hours
Okay,
to
so
leave
it's-
this place.
Okay,
Okay,
so
okay.
we're okay. Well, I
Yeah.
think we'll just set up watches as usual and nap.
Can I get Pazuzu to watch as well?
Define
Rust
get.
Pazuzu?
Command him. Ask him.
So you can command. I have to look at your ranger ability on this one. It should tell you the details. So I'm not fully certain what all you can tell him to do. So animal companion obeys simple commands. Also a note for you: when you hunt prey, he gets the same benefits as you.
Sick.
Sounds pretty good.
So we were talking about how the champion recently lost their mount ability with the remaster. The ranger animal companion is actually like way superior to a champion's divine mount.
That's pretty
So,
cool.
You get some pretty sweet abilities. You can give it a simple command to be on the watch, to just keep a lookout. You can't really like give it complex directions, but you get the sense that if it detects something, it will alert all of you. It will
Mhm.
make noise.
Caca.
Okay. Then I'll do that. So I wouldn't be able to be like subdue somebody. I could just be like kill? Or could
Sort
I
of,
do
yeah, unless you specifically teach it that. You can
Okay.
spend time to train it, but by default, think like your typical animal commands. Follow, stay here,
Wait,
stuff like
follow
that.
me.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Attack, but not like attack, but be gentle. Fetch could be like go get them, could be a thing to bring someone to you, but
With all limbs attached.
right. If they put up
The-
a fight, it's not going to be held responsible for what it does.
Exactly.
Hmm.
So you guys set your watch, and during the night, what do we got here? Ooh. During the night, it actually gets really unpleasantly cold.
Oh, I cuddle close to Marco.
More so than usual. And this is in the deepest, darkest part of the night. The chill cuts to your very bones. And correct me if I'm wrong, you guys don't have cold weather gear, correct?
Just Marco.
Hot weather
Does it-
gear?
He
Uh,
has stuff that helps protect us from this.
Oh, yeah,
I
he
know
has that
from
spell.
hot. Let me check if it covers cold.
I have cold resistance.
You're
So I think I'm
excused.
good.
Um,
Does Cora have cold resistance?
he does have. I bet this is it. In your
3
favored
sets of-
terrain, you gain resistance equal to half your level to all environmental damage and temperature effects. When other creatures are following the expert. So Junko would not get it, but Junko doesn't need it. Was anyone else doing something other than following the expert here?
So we're following Kyrak as the expert, or
I
Yep.
suppose not.
yeah, guess that's fine.
In that case, then yeah, you guys are excused from the cold damage. but it is extremely cold. Like, it's colder than it's been any other night in the desert thus far. The entire desert area, come the morning, there we go, shines brilliant like a crystal. After the frost passes, as the sun starts to actually rise, everywhere you look, the sand comes alive with tiny flowers, painting the land in beautiful, colorful hues. But by 7 in the morning, within
It's
an
not me.
hour of the sun having risen, the flowers have all withered, leaving the desert as barren as it's always been. And you continue. Let's see what we got next. Continuing through the morning, you reach a dune where the track makes an unexpected turn. A tall pole marks the way. A wisp of colored cloth is attached to its top as a banner, with silvery bangles hanging just below, reflecting the morning light when stirred by the breeze. The path here leads north, but there is a small, scorched footpath with soot-blackened footprints that goes south by southwest.
Well, that's
What do you do?
ominous.
I
Gonna-
feel like I'm following the expert. So
What-
he is deciding.
This is a group decision. Which way you want to go?
What kind of feety prints are these?
Humanoid.
How big? What size shoe?
Humanoid.
A single a single set of footprints, or
No. Enough to leave like a footpath here.
okay.
Think this is like the army, or
Think this is like the army of death and fire.
okay? So we shouldn't go that way, right?
I mean, you kind of want to, but we shouldn't.
Okay.
Isn't that?
Wait, yeah,
Yes.
So we need-
just for clarification, GM, is that the direction we should be going in to get to the amphitheater?
It leads south.
For clarification, we think the fiery, smoky army are the people with the princess,
The Malata.
or is that the
So I
separate-
leave that to your
Yeah.
discretion,
Yeah, but we want to go to the amphitheater, right?
Yes.
which you were
The-
told resides somewhere southwest of the oasis, nestled among the craggy foothills.
Okay. Yeah, we should go that way.
So
Can
I
Then
mean-
what's this way then?
The Sand Voyagers Trail continues north.
Oh, I see. Then yeah,
uh,
we should go this way.
can the three try and figure out how long the tracks were made?
That would be survival.
Yep.
I think Key will
Uh.
not aid, but will do this as well in
Wait,
adjacent
do-
chat.
Do I wanna aid maybe? Or do it myself?
It's up to you.
Because I have
Um,
survival and I have like. Don't I have desert
Is it-
stuff?
Is it track or is it unspecified?
This would be track, I think.
Oh, I didn't do it blind.
You didn't need to.
Oh, shit.
See, it doesn't have the secret keyword. So, 18.
Survive?
So you can't really tell. But fortunately, Key very much can. As can Marco. And I would say just kind of all of you working together, like surveying this little area, it's very clear that this is a frequent flyer trail, so to speak.
Okay.
That whoever traverses these sands does so often and has done so recently. Maybe not within the last couple hours, but
Is there a way for us to also, or would that give us the information of what size groups go up in a single
I would
traverse?
say If it were only one group, it would, but because this is just well
Okay.
traversed by
Yeah,
so
yeah.
many different groups, it's impossible to tell.
Okay.
It could be a lot, it could be a few. There's groups of both sizes that go through here.
Maybe we should be moving off the path so we don't run into these people.
That was my thinking exactly.
Okay.
How do you want to go about that?
How do we want to go about that? Because
Junko
I
could
don't
kind
know
of
this
guide
place.
us from above.
that's true.
I will note you will also be moving 50% slower.
Oh,
So you will effectively move 2 hexes per day.
Unless counter idea, if Junko gets some height and can
Scouting?
scout ahead, if there is an army heading our way, maybe she can give us a heads up and we can just
Get out of the way.
get off the
Hide.
path. Yeah,
Okay.
if that's
Is that okay,
does that work,
Junko?
Junko?
I thought you guys have message or something.
I
I mean,
don't.
she can come down to land to communicate with you guys.
Yeah. That's why I hadn't.
So
Does
what
that
do you
work,
want to do?
Junko?
You tell me.
How far ahead can you see from up there, Junko?
You muted.
Good call. I guess that depends on a perception check.
No.
No?
From up there, you can see effectively for creatures about 1 hex ahead. For structures, terrain features, things that would stand out, you can see 2 to 5.
Ooh.
Nice.
Okay.
If you're happy with that, then
Yeah.
And each of these hexes is 5 miles.
I'll save us some
Okay.
time and some potentially getting lost and dead.
What do you mean? We have packed lunches and Key can make water.
I got
Huh.
hungry and ate my packed lunch already for today.
I mean, yeah, it's already been a day. So technically, if you're sticking with the path, you've got 1 more hex after you make your decision. Are you then moving south?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. You continue, which takes us to about noon when you stop and set up camp for the afternoon. Enjoying,
Can we set up camp like over a dune from the path? Not like miles off, just so that we're not eye line.
Yes, I would say that's reasonable. You could do that.
Could we roll stealth for that? Or?
Nope. Only if it comes up.
Okay.
During the afternoon, nothing really bothers you. You're left alone.
Good.
It's quiet. It's hot and uncomfortable. You
This is when
stay
we're
under
resting.
your
I
shelter.
stay away from Marco.
I love this.
And then the evening, and it's time to go once more. Let's see. And then one more. So, Junko, you see something ahead. Mind you, this is at the end of like your night's travel, unless you guys want to go even further through the night when it will get cold. But in the midst of the rocky, low-lying hills that you guys have sort of been following, Junko, you see a few broken pillars forming a circle surrounding a terraced bowl. Toppled stone point at a statue centered in the bowl. And though you can't get much more detail than that, just looking upon it, you feel uneasy in a supernatural way. For lack of a better way of describing it, there is a miasma of pure evil emanating from that place, so much so that even Pazuzu seems nervous.
Weird.
I will go down and tell the others.
And this would be like when everyone's in the process of setting up camp.
Mm-hmm.
So, what does that mean?
You're probably going to encounter something pretty terrible.
Like the Afridi?
Everything's entirely possible.
Okay.
I will note, by the way, that the area where you're making camp, burned bits of rubble and fused sand testify to some terrible destruction here. The footprints, aside from your normal humanoid, are joined by clawed and hoof-like prints, marking the sand in a straight line moving south. You see gnawed bones tossed to the side along this path.
Are we sure this isn't tomorrow?
I'm sorry,
What?
my brain didn't process what.
I didn't hear what you said.
The red Eruxi that he... Zamora, right?
What about him?
His demeanor darkens.
He had the hoofed creatures.
Oh, the little devils?
You think he might be involved?
I mean, he said everything was burned, right? So, are we confident that this would be the fire creature, not the Zamora group?
There's only one way to find out.
Or could they be working together?
That would be terrible.
Agreed. Before we get into anything terrible, I should probably tell you all something so that you don't accidentally kill. I guess I'd call him an ally. Them an ally. Key, I don't want you to freak out on this one.
Okay. Why would I freak out?
Have you ever heard of an octopus?
Oh, I love octopus. They're so cute.
Let me just... Oh, right. I gotta roll that blind. It doesn't matter. Well, it matters for you guys. An octo what now?
Okay,
brand.
you've heard of a spider, right?
Yes.
That was kind of insulting.
Imagine a spider, but in the water and more tentacly.
Plump.
A tentacle water spider.
I think that's the closest I'm gonna get without showing you, and I...
Show us.
I love that communication is still really bad. It's all on brand.
Medora just starts to like pull down the waistband of her.
The funny
Outfit.
thing is, it's already climbing off of Medora's hip as she, like, it's not even her pulling it at this point. It's...
Okay, but like, you couldn't have just waited 2 more minutes. Or
You
did
have
I
a-
do this?
You have a pet octopus?
It climbs off of Medora's skin.
You
have a
Transitioning
pet
from
octopus that
2-dimensional
lives
to
in your skin?
3-dimensional in real time.
Wait, I have a
In such a way that,
problem
like,
with
kind of leaves you... your brain can't entirely process
Ooh.
the way in which what you're seeing. Like, brains weren't meant to process this.
That's really cool, though.
So it is a
Actually,
magic tattoo.
Can I hold it?
I mean, it was on a butt.
I don't know a lot about this yet, and maybe not.
Okay, let me try,
It's-
though.
So it's not an octopus from the sea. I think it's from the void.
Okay, I'm gonna poke it.
And
I'm gonna poke it with a stick.
I poke it with my finger. Does it react?
So funny
As
thing.
you put your finger forward, I think it would probably wrap its tentacle around, and it's not aggressive, but your finger just stops before you can.
Oh, it's like holding my finger back.
Further note, it is not slimy or slippery like an octopus should be.
Oh,
It feels much more akin to stone.
I do this. I do. Nice to meet you. Shake, shake. And then I'll pull my finger back.
So don't hit the octopus with a hammer.
Yeah,
Please don't.
I think that the magic I use is actually channeled via Velito.
Who's Velito?
This one, the octopus,
Oh, okay.
Voidipus.
I'm
really
Cora. Nice
do.
to meet you.
Yeah. I think that was what you would have seen before. Was
It's a lot smaller than it
manifested.
was last time.
Yeah, but I think it was probably weird time stuff.
Well, it wants to protect
Cool.
you, right? So we all want the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay. New
Don't hit
note. Don't hit Medora or octopus with a hammer. Got it.
Are we the only two on that list?
Cora looks at Ithri like,
Are we the only two that you had to question that for?
No, I was joking. I was lightening the mood because clearly octopus is not doing that.
Minor side
It's-
note, it's also not breathing.
It's new to me, so it's always been there, but I did not know that. I mean, I'm not mad. I'm not upset about it. He's kind of. I like him.
I like it too. He's cute.
Got any other tattoos?
Well, there's
Sorry,
this
Fuck
one.
out of here.
I had to say
Majora's like,
something.
Yeah, well, there's this one, and just like lifts the top up on the other side, and like shows a wave tattoo that's sort of coming up from her thigh onto her hip.
That
This
doesn't come in my
one-
life, does it?
It's also magical. You remember I went to the elemental plane of fire. You might not have been there. Cora and Junko and I were trying to destroy something real powerful, and Ithri was, I believe, dead at the time. And I went to the elemental plane of fire because I panicked, probably more than anything. And I could cast air bubble, so I could breathe, which was very nice. And then I came back because that was a stupid plan, and I probably don't want to go there again, ever.
Where do I get magic tattoos?
You can buy them. The ship I used to be on, we traveled a lot. Although I don't remember, the octopus one was on my shoulder, and I don't ever remember it quite happening like this one. Like, she's got a couple more that are not magical, but they're just sort of, they're there. But the wave tattoo has saved my life, and I guess so has Volito.
Does anybody else have any tattoos they need to share?
Actually, and I start rolling up my sleeve to show nothing.
I don't see anything. Is it,
Majora's just like,
is
Wait,
it
did
invisible?
yours move too?
Only the pure of heart can see it.
I can't see it! I can't see it!
It's all that smut
Marco?
you read, Cora.
What? What's smut?
you asked the question, any tattoos?
No.
No?
Me? I don't have any tattoos.
I don't either.
I don't know if Key does, so I don't want to answer for him.
He has a tramp stamp.
He's probably untattooable, right? If he has scales.
Wait, does the
Just a
tramp stamp go
butterfly.
over or under the tail?
Good question.
Has to be
That's a
above.
question for Blaze. It is far too cursed for me.
Just down the underside of the tail all the way down.
I'm fairly confident Blaze will have an answer for you, though.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, with that being said, are you guys still gonna
Yeah, we
set up
will-
camp here?
Yep,
yes. Sequestered away.
Okay. In that case, even if you guys might not know why, all of you feel especially uneasy this night. Something just eating at you. Like you have this anxiety that has no real source, but there's a lot of nervous energy, difficulty in sleeping. When you do sleep, you find that your dreams are very unpleasant. And then the sun rises.
Wait. Aren't we
How-
resting in the day?
In the really,
Oh.
really hot part of the day, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, I'm sorry. I thought it was night. Okay, Ixnay the Reams Day.
That's what we were doing.
But
unless we
still-
changed.
Isn't this the coldest part of night though? Because we did cold night, hot day, cold night.
Yeah, I think I just forgot to advance time. I think this was the night
Okay.
when you got here.
But out of interest, how long does teaching a scroll to a familiar take?
So that is on your class features. Let me open up Medora. It'll be under it's probably under spellcasting or familiar.
Oh, learning spells.
Yep, that's the one.
1 hour. Okay, so for the 2 hours that I'm awake, I would like to teach Fireball and Cycle of Retribution.
To your octopus?
Mm,
It goes like this, kaboom! And then the octopus goes.
so
It's actually 1
I-
hour per spell rank.
Oh,
per spell rank.
Yes,
So rank 5 would take 5 hours.
correct.
Damn it.
Dora won't sleep.
Fine. Scroll of Exchange.
Though- You're not a spontaneous caster, so it won't matter. It's always at the base rank when you add it to your familiar. You just prepare it at a higher rank. Now, if you were like a sorcerer, that would be different. But because you're a prepared caster, all spells are effectively just at their base rank when you learn them, because you can always prepare them at any rank you have available.
So
That's
it
remember
does-
when you were like, oh, this, so I have to pick what I get, but that's the upside for you. By that, you can always effectively have higher rank versions of spells if you want them.
It basically says here that it can learn any spell by
Mhm.
physically consuming a written version of the spell over the course of 1 hour. It doesn't say anything about rank on that bit.
Your familiar can learn, or you can over the course of 1 hour. You are not using the learn a spell action then.
Num num.
This is
Eating-
different.
Eating the scroll action.
Because I'm not learning the spell, it's a familiar feat that the scroll gets
No, it says right here,
consumed.
you and your familiar can use the learn a spell activity to teach your familiar a spell from another which is familiar.
But it's
Oh, this
before
can
that
be a
it just
scroll,
says-
or you can prepare a written version using. Okay, I see. So because it's a scroll, it only takes 1 hour.
Yeah.
So if it wasn't a scroll you were trying to learn this from, it would be the learn a spell activity, which would take 5. Okay, so even better. Yeah, it only takes an hour as it's just slowly. And this is the most off-putting thing for anyone watching. Medora teaching this thing the spell. She takes the scroll and you're like, okay, this is the part she's gonna get the spell book out, right? Oh God, what is she doing? As she's just slowly feeding this scroll to her octopus. And
Oh.
like, it's not taking bites out of it per se. It's like enclosing around it, and bit by bit, it's like the scroll is digesting externally. You're just watching it just melt away into the
the
octopus.
shadows just kind of, the paper disintegrates and it's like the ink becomes shadow and then just feeds into the
over the
octopus.
course of this hour.
Man, magic's weird.
Although I feel like Medora doesn't quite
on a
get
good
it, so
day. Add a witch to
she's
the
not
thing.
doing this neatly. She's just done like, I just tear this up and like. The first one's a real.
I would
trial
imagine
and
even
error.
for Medora, there's a little element of, because this is
It's
the
not
first
how
time
I thought it was gonna go.
Yeah. Whatever you were expecting, I imagine that's probably not quite what it was, but it seems to be working. So you can add that spell to your spell book, quote unquote. And that is now an option you can prepare at any rank that it could normally be prepared at.
So if I learn it at rank 5, it is base level rank 5.
Nope, it's base level rank 3 still, but you can prepare it at 3, 4, 5, and onward. That's the benefits of a witch, a wizard, only those 2 classes.
Okay.
Effectively, all of your spells are always signature spells, assuming you prepare them. So you still have to prepare it at the rank you want. So going into morning, this is your first time with this, I will recommend prepare your spells accounting for where you're going. If you want a spell multiple times, you got to prepare it multiple times. If you want it at a different rank than the vanilla, you can do that. You can pick and choose. You're just dragging it wherever you want it to be. It just can't be a lower rank than the base spell. That's the only thing. So if like you've got Fireball, it can't be a second rank spell or a first rank spell because it by default it's a third. But it could be third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, etc. Does that make sense? And you can do that with all your spells. Just prepare each one as many times as you want to be able to cast it. Also, for daily preparations, if you wish, you can change your familiar's traits. You don't have to. If you're worried about complexity, I wouldn't recommend it. But like you could replace.
Might be a between sessions for this one.
Sure. Honestly, my advice: don't worry about the familiar for now. So let's just start with the spells. Make sure you're happy with what spells you have.
Yeah.
Just general conventional wisdom. Have a few castings of Dispel Magic at a few different ranks.
Got it.
Your new Fireball spell might not be so terrible to have that at a nice high rank. At least once. But account for like you're in a den of Malatath and fire and evil, so prepare accordingly. With that being said, 1, 2, 3, 4. It is 8 a.m. It is just kidding. 7. Now it is 8 a.m. And as the sun rises, you have a better view of the blasted hills around you. Craggy, low hills of broken, baked stone, jutting upward at all manner of weird angles, casting tortured shadows across themselves. Even more oppressive than the sand dunes, if that could be possible. These hills, these areas of blasted rock, show centuries of scouring by countless sandstorms. Higher than the desert dunes, whatever water they conceal is evaporated instantly. Only the shadows promise relief from the blazing sun that is to come. But these baked, blasted hills are nothing compared to the sight that awaits you as you move further south. In the midst of these rocky, low-lying hills, you see the few broken pillars that Junko had seen, forming a circle surrounding a terraced bowl. Toppled stone points at a statue centered in the bowl. An aura of menace emanates from this area, ebbing and flowing like waves on a shore. At its peak, the bowl and its statue seem to be physically oppressive, raising the hackles on the neck and sending shivers down your spine. Only when the feeling passes does it seem to you that the broken pillars, like massive craggy fingers, might crush intruders like clay between them? Do I have did I do
Cool.
a thing?
Cool.
That's a word. That is certainly a word. Did I? Oh, please tell me I prepared. I thought I did. Didn't I? Maybe I didn't. Oops.
Art, or what are you looking for?
Well, that'll work, I guess. What do you do
Not the same.
looking upon this place?
Is there like an archaeology check I could do to identify the building, amphitheater kind of thingy?
What do you mean?
Because like I'm an archaeologist, right?
Well,
So, like-
that you are.
So can I like do a check if I like what time period is this building from, or like why is this here? What's the purpose? Like, because who builds an amphitheater in the desert, right? Like,
Um.
They like shows too.
Oh, no wonder. I'm on the actors tab, not the journal tab. Sorry. Okay. So all you had to do was mention it, that you're taking a closer look. So as you guys sort of move into these ruins to sort of study and like get a sense of what you're looking at, first I can give you some greater detail. At close range, it's possible to tell that the statue is not the towering menace that it appeared to be from the distance. Instead, it's actually only about 10 feet tall.
Oh.
still
One
pretty
piece
big.
with the 3-foot tall base on which it stands. So it was carved from a large block, not like assembled. Though smaller than it had appeared as you were approaching, it is no less menacing. Fear flows and ebbs from its surface like the waves of the rising tide. Each new wave breaks upon your mind as you approach, sending chills up your spine, bringing a cold sweat to your brow, releasing a rivulet of terror from the underarms. That's a neat way of saying you need deodorant.
My arms! No!
Your
I wore
stomach,
deodorant today.
the stomach quakes, and the feet have a near uncontrollable desire, separate from your brain, to run. A thing of nightmares, the statue glares from beneath a pharaoh's headdress. Robes gathered in one arm, it clenches a scepter in the other. Neither time nor weather has dared deface this almost perfectly smooth surface of midnight blue stone. Yes, it's blue. The feet of the statue pass seamlessly into the broad curve of the base, which miraculously is free of dust or sand. The scalloped edge of the base makes an ominous contrast to the dead white marble platform atop which the statue stands. The platform has 3 broad steps above the floor of the amphitheater. Arrayed around it are the seats of the amphitheater, 10 in all, rising to the level of the broken pillars making up the circle around this place. Now, before you can get to understanding it, can everyone make that check for me?
Oh, missing statistics.
You have to have
Counseling.
you have to have the party token selected.
I do.
I
Yeah,
do
me
as well.
too.
It's not working.
Is this
Just
even
roll-
our
just-
party token? Because it looks different than usual.
Yeah, it does look different. I don't know what's going on there. Just roll from your character sheet. It's fine.
Okay.
Just will save.
Yes.
Does that mean I get my? Yes, I do.
Oh, that's the wrong Medora anyway.
Yep.
Hmm.
I think it's because we were in White Palm when we updated everybody's characters, so the party token that was on the desert map is
The old one.
borked. I'll fix it. I didn't know that needed fixing, but should be easy enough. Okay. So there's some good stuff happening. Oh, I forgot about Key.
He's got
Yes,
decent
it
will, doesn't he?
Absolutely. Nice. Okay. So no critical successes,
Oh.
but Key, Medora, Marco, Ithri, and Cora all succeed. Junko. Not a critical
Pazuzu have
failure,
to
just a
save?
failure. And it's not too bad, but we're just going to add to your character sheet Frightened 2. It's not enough to make you run. You only run away on a critical failure. But unlike normal, this frightened condition. Oh, and everyone else is Frightened 1.
Oh.
Oh.
So everyone here is frightened. Junko is frightened too. Unlike normal fear, as long as you remain here, this will not go down. And cannot be reduced through non-magical means. Mechanically, that just means you'll have a penalty to pretty much everything you roll, equal to your frightened value.
How
Is
do we
that
add
just a
that?
frightened effect then? Because there's frightened condition,
Yes.
but there's only frightened. There's no like frightened 2.
It is. Once you add frightened, you can increment it.
How
There's
do
like a
we
plus or minus.
how do we add that outside of
Oh,
having
okay.
a token?
On effects, it just has a plus and minus
I found
when
it,
you go
found
to
it, found it,
effects.
yeah.
Yep.
Yay.
If there was a map for the amphitheater, I would like get all your tokens out for it, but there's literally no map for the amphitheater.
That's good. Then we don't have to fight in the amphitheater at least.
Sure.
I mean, not not on
With
a
that
map.
being said,
How do I add it to my character sheet? Is
Yeah,
that
I
a
can't
token?
figure that out either.
You just
go to
drag,
the,
search it in the compendium and then drag it to your character sheet when it's
on the
open.
effects tab of your character sheet.
Yeah, it's not coming up in the compendium for me.
You
Frightened?
should frightened.
Oh, I got it.
I
Bet.
just typed frightened. and it
Yep, that's
popped
all
up.
you do. You could literally just
Yeah.
type the word fright and it should come
It's
up.
coming up with like abilities where no.
Frightened is a
Condition.
condition.
I don't
It'll be
have a
under there.
conditions tab in the compendium.
It's not on a tab. You just so in the compendium you just type the word fright.
Yeah,
The second one from the top should be frightened with like a purple
it
skull
says
symbol.
frighten undead.
That's
Oh.
it.
That's odd.
That's
In the
weird.
compendium?
Yep.
It's not right. Hang on, let me send you a screenshot. Are you not seeing what I'm seeing?
Hang on, let me. Well, I might have got. I went into the compendium from my character.
Oh no, not the
sheet.
browser. Just
Yeah.
the.
Okay.
Oh,
hang on.
Jesus. Yeah, get out of the browser. This is just the regular compendium.
Right. That's what I'm doing wrong. There we go. There we go.
You guys
Cool.
all got it now?
Got it. Got it.
Okay, cool. So with that in mind, what the Frightened One represents is like, yeah, you're not gonna run out of here, and maybe you're not as like hackled raised as Junko, but you're still nervous. Just being here, there is this feeling that you can't shake off that you're in terrible danger here. And all of you are feeling it. Even Pazuzu.
Oh shit.
I assume there's no, like, where do the footprints lead?
Here.
Where?
There's
Just
not
to the
really any
middle of
footprint. The amphitheater is mostly stone, so there's no footprints to be followed.
Okay,
That's an
Let's-
odd amphitheater.
let's get closer to the statue, I guess.
Sure.
Right? I mean, I don't really want to, but
So
But
either
there's
that or
no
leave.
check for archaeology or anything.
So for that, you could do, depending on what you said, you were asking about things like
Like the statue could be like, who is that guy in the statue, right? Or like,
so okay.
does this building look like it's
For that,
meant
you could
for
do
something?
society. If you want to know more about the structure itself, that would be crafting.
Society sounds good. So like, if I know who built this or something, is that recall knowledge then?
Yes,
Okay.
which is blind. Don't forget.
And I have so this knowledge of ancient history works on this, right? So I can add that. 19. It's Cathrodite.
Yeah.
Amazingly, this is another figure you're aware of. It seems like, and it makes sense now that I think about it. Marco had a penchant for classic stories, like Shiloh Slick. Shiloh Slick, who was this legendary hero, sort of like Robin Hood, but there's always an equal and opposite counterpart to the hero stories. There's also legendary villains, knaves so foul that most would have you believe they never existed or that they're just a boogeyman. One such notorious figure. Ready for a Tracy Hickman name?
Yep.
Mhm.
Was the Bandit King, Badr al-Mosak. As in Badr, that's right, Badr al-Mosak. I know, Miff, I know. Hickman has a sense of humor that just cannot be compared to anything. But this figure was no pharaoh. Indeed, he murdered a pharaoh, stole his treasure, sold his subjects into slavery, and proclaimed himself the bandit pharaoh. He died violently at the hands of some unknown enemy. Indeed, this man was so bad that he united all the other rogue bandits and cutthroats together against him. It said he died, was buried in an unmarked tomb, and left for history to forget, hopefully forever.
Damn.
This doesn't look unmarked.
No, it's not a
Technically,
grave.
this isn't a tomb either. Or is it?
This might be something he built for his amusement.
I assume you share that info.
Maybe not in that detail. I don't know. It depends on whether you seem interested. Because, like, if I don't get attention, I'm not going to keep talking about it.
But, Marco, could I get you to also roll a perception check?
Oh, no.
Blind, of
Is that
course.
also through the skill menu thingy?
You know what? I think, is there a way I can...
Perception. Seek, sense motive, or unspecified is... Oh, okay.
And if you're...
Oh, do I have
if-
to put
if-
Trap Finder on for this?
No. For this, though, if you are pointing this out to people, if you're indicating anything, and since Cora expressed interest, anyone of interest can also roll on this.
The
if someone is
perception?
interested in this topic.
Oh,
Yep.
is this like on the statue, or is this on the surroundings?
Both. The amphitheater, which is dominated by the statue, of course.
I would like to perceive.
But that does depend on Marco giving voice to this.
Yeah.
Cora would be very interested.
Badr al-Mosak, Bandit King. Yeah, I'm lecturing. Yeah, I can get into that. Yeah. I see him do that.
And it's funny.
Oh, I rolled outside of the thing. I'm sorry.
It's fine. I know what
okay.
the DC is. And really it
Yeah,
doesn't
me
matter
too.
because one person obliterated the DC anyway. So while Marco is sort of lecturing on Badr al-Mosak, and someone, I don't know who, someone is inevitably trying not to giggle at his name being Badr. Ithri, you're drawn to the stonework itself here.
Makes sense.
Like, as Marco's like pointing out to the statue and like talking about this figure, and everyone's like looking at him with different expressions of whatever you feel: revulsion, fear, respect. I don't know. Depends on person to person. Ithri, your eyes are drawn to the statue's feet, and not because of anything weird, but because
You had to
Maybe
say
a
Okay.
little bit.
so much
you're
detail.
pretty sure that this statue can be moved.
Okay. In what
Uh,
sort of?
And indeed, the base of the statue, you're fairly confident that the base of the statue is hollow, and that there may very well be a shaft or a vault under that.
What is it with people putting statues on top of secret tunnels?
There's a secret tunnel?
Probably. But I'm gonna try and move, push, rotate, knock, all those sorts of things, all the good stuff.
So, a 10-foot solid stone marble statue is unfortunately going to be thoroughly heavy.
Yep.
Ithri is thoroughly strong.
Thoroughly heavy. Oh right, no.
Uh, I would
Both.
say that at
Dense.
least with some aid, maybe roping your mounts into pulling a little bit, you can move this statue.
We've done it before. We'll do it again.
It does take a teensy bit of time to do.
10 minutes.
We are accounting for you also had to move a hex. It's about noon by the time you've got the statue off of the base.
Let's jump in.
Whee!
Well, what do we see? Is there like a ladder? I don't want to just jump in
There's-
now.
A shaft
in.
beneath the statue that drops into darkness. There's no ladder. There's no walls under the shaft. It's just like an opening into an
Oh.
open
Like we're at the top of a
space.
pyramid kind of thing.
Kind of, yeah.
As in
That drops
a
straight
hollow
into the
pyramid.
darkness.
Yeah.
The shaft is, or at least the opening to the shaft is about 10 feet in diameter. But it's clear you could not climb back up. You would need a rope or something because there's just no walls to climb up to this.
Does anyone have like a light?
Ithri.
Hello.
Oh, I have a light.
You
Can you
okay?
hold this
I
rope?
don't want to drop you though.
Well, I'll be on the other side of the rope.
No, I meant like, can someone have a light that we drop in before we drop you in? You can go in first. I just wondered if we could
Didn't-
like.
Didn't somebody used to cast light on
I mean, I
some
can
pebbles
cast
or
light.
something?
Yeah, I just didn't want to take that. Yeah. Do the thing.
What are you casting it on?
I just turned my halo on.
That's
Can you not
Not
cast it on an object?
overly helpful.
I guess I can.
No, Cora cannot. The normal
Oh.
light cantrip could, and I believe Key has the normal light
I
cantrip.
didn't take.
Okay.
That's why light is in there because.
Key
Well-
Do we actually want to drop a light down there and then give away our position, or do we want to shine a light and then never look?
We already opened it. Surely.
Yeah.
Sunlight is pouring
Oh.
down.
I
I
guess.
figured that wasn't quiet.
Go ahead, Key. Throw this. Cast it on this rock, and I'll throw it down.
Okay. The rock plummets through the dark, illuminating cave space, work tunnel cave space, and it hits the bottom. Looks like
How many feet?
about 200 feet.
That's a
Whoa.
lot of rope.
Okay, let me check my thing here real quick.
200
How
feet.
many?
Do we? I mean,
So the illuminated like worked stone was not at the bottom. That was
We-
about 80 feet down. You saw something, and then it kept going back to natural cavern.
do we want to see if there's another way in? Like, this doesn't seem practical. Surely there's like a door somewhere.
That might be smart.
You hear a sound from down the shaft suddenly. A quick
Okay.
sound like of something swinging.
Uh,
Looking down, nothing's changed.
Quick sound of something
should we step
swinging.
away from the statue?
Sure.
Steps away.
You
Now
heard
you just
that,
have
right?
a pit into evil.
Yeah. I'm sure we won't let anything scary out. It's fine.
Not again, right?
Has anyone got like cling film we can put over the top?
If I could get the wall, I could do it.
Yeah, I
But I
just,
can't. I don't have access to the wall.
This can be our backup route in. I just didn't want to plummet to certain evil.
It was a hard thump at the bottom, right? Not water or anything.
No,
Not a
it's now
sploosh?
illuminating the very bottom where you can see there's just dozens of multi-foot high stalagmites, like spikes at the bottom.
Perfect. So that's
So
not
that's
the way.
not that's cave, right? That's not worked
The
stone.
the worked space that looks like it might be not a natural cave is only 80 feet down. The bottom of the cave is 120 feet down. So likely 80 feet down, there's a floor and platform, but the
With a
shaft
hole in it.
itself continues
Yeah.
past that.
Oh.
So like
I
an
just need to-
elevator shaft.
I just need to get to that if I did go down there. But
Yeah, I mean, all of us would.
They're
And
like
the sound occurred about a minute after you dropped the light source.
of something swinging.
Yes.
Did it hit something?
Didn't sound, I mean,
It just went
it just sounded like a swing.
shawing.
oh, like a knife
Oh.
or something, like a
Like
metal.
like a fucking axe
Like
to
something
chop you
sharp
to...
cleaving the air. Yeah.
Yeah,
Ah,
okay.
yeah, okay.
We just
How about
let
we don't
something
drop
else
you in
out.
there, Cora, eh?
Huh?
We don't drop you in there, I say.
Yeah,
Okay.
I agree.
Um,
If he's going to
there,
start
like-
looking around for like anything else of interest.
Utilizing your earlier incredible, breathtaking perception,
Oh.
you don't find much.
Shit.
There's no, like, the amphitheater itself is largely forgotten. It seems like the only part of this entire place that is untouched by sand and time is the base of the statue.
does it have buttons or something for an elevator?
It looks like we either do that or dig in. I don't want to dig. It was like 80
Diggy,
foot
diggy
down, right?
hole, digging a hole. Yeah.
Yeah, but this is in sand. You can't just dig a hole. You have to dig a pit. And 80 foot of pit
Could,
means
Could I tell how far down that swoosh was?
No one was even looking down at the time when it occurred, so I mean, you're not even sure. It was
Okay.
something like you guys were looking at packs and trying to figure out what to do, and you heard it behind you back down the pit.
I'm gonna like lay down and stick my head over the pit, and I'm gonna
Mhm.
throw another rock down there, and
And
I'm
then
gonna
just-
count. I'm gonna count and watch.
Okay. You count. Your count gets to about 60, so 1 minute. When you get a view of like a scythe blade swinging across the entire shaft. So like horizontal going like this.
What depth?
About 80 feet.
Right where the platform is?
And you get the sense like, a rope
I
cutter.
see. Yeah, I see.
Oh. Mhm.
Yeah, so that's not
Yes.
gonna work.
yeah. Well, no, we can get down. It cuts it. It cuts it at 80 feet, and if we need to get to 80 feet, we can get there. We just can't get any lower.
Is there a spot for us to stand and not get our ankles chopped off?
So let me rephrase. The
Chains instead of
ceiling
rope.
is at the 80-foot level. Then the floor would be at like the 90-foot level.
Okay, I see.
And
Yeah.
then everything else is past that. So I misspoke earlier. The floor would be at 90 feet, not 80 feet. The ceiling, like it's from 80 to 90 feet where there's worked structure.
So it's
And
like
the blade swings across at the 80-foot level.
so it's like
Meaning if you got down there on a rope, you would not be able to get back out because the rope is suddenly cut.
unless we had a way to get up onto the rope without being sliced. I guess we could break the slicer, depending
Or
on
disarm it.
the mechanism.
Or fly up.
Oh. Do you
Or
want me
flight.
to?
Yep.
You want me to abseil slowly and then try to disable the mechanism or something like that?
I mean,
Can
do
you-
you want
do
you
you
to
think-
do that?
No.
Oh, I mean, it sounded cool.
I can go with you, make sure you're okay.
How are you gonna do that?
I'll heal you if you get chopped in half.
Oh,
Smiles.
great.
Well, you
Then
guys
I get to bail on the spikes
Which half would
with
you
full health.
heal?
As you guys are spending this a few minutes like debating, what do we do? How do we solve this? What the hell is with these
one of us can
people? Why
fly.
would they do that?
Who built this pyramid?
Somewhere.
Some asshole.
Somewhere. Far, far away. An entity watches through a scrying pool. And beneath the dark folds of his black and emerald robes, a smile. And behind that individual, you hear a scream of rage. Let me go! Get out of her mind! She's not yours. Please. And the individual turns to look at the Deva Ravik and says, shh. That's where we're going to end for today.
I had a feeling. Ravik would never say that to you.
I had a feeling, but I still wanted to play it out.
Hopefully you listen to Korra over Ravik, so...
Ravik.
Ravik, whatever.
Yeah.
Well, GG.
GG.
Next game, I'll jump into the pit.
Yeah, honestly, that's a trap you don't see in modern editions very much anymore. I've always loved the idea of like the rope cutter trap because it's not deadly per se in and of itself, but for a party that didn't account for that, it may mean death by starvation. It's such
Doesn't it
a
also
sinister
mean death
little
by
middle
spikes?
finger.
In this case,
It could be, but more than likely, the party has. It's a full minute. You know, odds are most, if not all of them, have made it to safe footing, and now their rope is cut, and it's like, well, if
shit.
there's no other way out of
oh,
here.
okay.
Fuck.
I thought it was meant to like cut you when you're trying to get on the thing, so you fall into the spikes.
I mean, it could. If it does say if any PC is at the 80-foot level specifically when it swings, yeah, I've got damage rolls. It'll really suck for that PC, but and anyone below that still on the rope will certainly fall. But mainly, it's a well, this is where you live now. And
I live
those of
here.
you who've played a D&D, you might recognize the average party. That's it. You're
I
done.
only bring one rope. Huh?
There's not really a good way to get back up from there if you just don't have access to that rope. There's just no way. TPK.
What a sad way to TPK.
Really,
It would be
but seriously,
real disappointing
Devastating.
that one, wouldn't it?
because it also gives you like a taste of hope. Like, well, maybe we'll find another way out. Maybe we can this or that. And like,
you know, we just role play like until we starved. We'll role
Pretty
playing that
much.
whole thing. So you
Eventually-
have to keep DMing
So
us
here's the
until you
thing.
save us for boredom.
The star gem that I've got, I don't need to eat or drink while it's invested, so I wouldn't starve.
You
That's
just
almost
watch everybody else
worse.
starve.
I'd have to watch everybody else starve.
Oh.
Yeah,
and then
then we
do
eat
like
you.
the worst Groundhog Day ever.
Yeah, but you remember that Medora saw everybody else fade to dust, including everything around her. She's just going to sit down there for the entirety of time, and that's where that vision plays out.
Well, let's not do that because
I'm
I
too
like it,
tired to
Three.
do that today.
I like Kid 3. I don't want time to end without him. Wait. It probably will. But you know.
You don't want time to end without him, so we're going to have to make sure Ithri's there to whack it with a hammer.
Or the world will have to end whilst Tier 3's around.
Okay. I'm pretty sure we can manage that. We just don't do any more of this quest, and eventually the Ifrit is just
We stop here, we're done.
There are
Well-
certain indications that this may be where the Ifrit is. Are you? Do you have a plan for that possibility?
What do you mean
Yeah,
plan?
we don't have a plan for
Punch
this
him.
bit.
I did like how you were told, okay, go to the end of the foothills. When the path splits, go straight south. You guys, 2 minutes later, got to the end of the foothills where the path splits and were like,
We don't want to go that way. Oh, there's
It's
rubbish.
spooky.
Go
I don't
north.
want to go.
North. Let's go north.
Let's go north,
I don't
yeah.
want to go that way.
That is
North
the
is good.
most
North is good.
PC thing I think I've ever seen, and I love that. That
It was spooky.
Yeah.
I don't blame you though. That was fair.
Do we bail on the quest? Yeah, sure, let's bail.
Well, let's go, everybody. See ya.
I didn't want to be
Uh,
here anyway.
I will say, this dungeon that you're about to enter is neat. It has some
Oh, great.
unique concepts that I'm looking forward to you experiencing and
Oh,
see what you think
Great.
And by that you mean death.
Things- Well, by that I mean things that you don't often see in dungeons, new or old. A lot of really unique ideas.
Does that involve a bunch of RNG?
No,
Oh.
Does it involve a bunch of TPK?
I hope
Sometimes.
not. In old school, yes. Unmistakably, yes.
So
I
we'll be
would love
fine.
to run this in its original edition one day, but the world's not ready. It never was. The world was never ready for a villain named Batter. I'm sorry,
Oh.
but
I mean, is anybody ever? But
yeah.
I'll post this
On that note,
eventually. But I was making this.
oh my gosh. Oh, look how small she is.
So cute.
It wasn't on my phone or anything. I was just doodling.
That's
Wait, let me
awesome.
see. What?
Oh, yeah.
You should post it in the Discord.
Oh yeah, good idea.
Aw.
Yeah, yeah. Throw that in the
It's-
Discord.
It's a lot harder to do it from my tablet, but I will once I get further along.
It also turns out a lot, I think, more like detailed though if you do it from your tablet.
hmm
So that's pretty sweet. Thank you everybody for watching today, for joining us on date night and the
Date
aftercare. We will be live again next Friday, entering into the legendary crypt of Batter al Mosak. Shenanigans ensue. If you can't wait that long, some of us will also be live this coming Friday with a different game, Return of the Rune Lords, in which we are also about to head to a very legendary dungeon known for killing people called Hollow Mountain. And if any of that's your jam or you just want to see some other stuff, all of our stuff is on our YouTube channel. And you can find some sweet artwork and discussion on our Discord. So until next time, see you later. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Night.
Bye.
Your love, resting now beneath the eyes, fading into waters as black as your eyes. Winter spread, turn your soul so cold, leaving all our hopes, all our stories untold. Dream now of summer nights. In them, I'll hold you tight tonight. Faintly then, voices cry beneath the eyes, drowning in the waters as black as your eyes. Words so soft.